Jazzy. If we scheduled it for 2:10, it would be
2:15.
Huh?
We would be early if it was scheduled for 2:10.
But if it was scheduled for 2:10, we wouldn't get on until 2:15.
2:30.
2:30. Because everybody who live streams with me knows that I jump on like 5 minutes before, and then it's catch up time, and mustard time, and then we start.
We're already cycling into that food chat.
Can't help it. I opened up my my Jada cereal monsters.
What, you mean these?
Yep. You like them?
Yeah. There's some nits to pick, but overall they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it seems like something was going on this weekend. I don't know. It's been kind of dreary here. I don't. Something was happening.
What? I'm sick of talking about Hasbro. You get 2 days of Hasbro, and it's kind of like, okay, I would like to watch some TV now or something. Yeah. But no. I say that as I'm mad dashing trying to buy stuff on Pulse right after and Dorkside and get pre-orders in and exclusives and
yeah, it was an interesting show.
A show. Yesterday was like going to Costco for bread and butter. Oh shit. Yeah.
That is correct.
There was a lot of bread and butter, and not just the usual bread and butter.
I am just going to come out and say it because we're going to talk about it stuff in detail. But I give this past weekend's PulseCon a solid C. And that is with the G.I.Joe team carrying way more than their own weight during this thing. I just, it wasn't really happening for me for the most part.
You talking about presentation wise or what they presented wise?
Mostly product. I mean, some of the presentation stuff was fine. Some of it wasn't as slick as I thought it was going, or at least as organized as I thought it was going to be. But if I'm thinking of like my highlights, which we'll get into when we talk about each one individually, when I'm talking about my highlights from some of the brands, it's like some of the highlights don't include figures that were actually shown off, which I don't know.
Plus, you were sitting there all day. Well, most of the day yesterday, huh?
Yeah. That experience is strange. I get it. It's a fun inclusion type of thing, but you never really know because like those reactions and things, they record those throughout various times, or they try to, I guess, time that wall when they're getting the most reactions out of people. And you don't know when it's going to be. So, if you're lagging and the video feed within that kept cutting out too for everybody. Yeah. So like sometimes you're just kind of like, because I'll be honest with you, I had the thing hands. I had those down. I had them all. Like when something cool was happening, I had them on and I was shaking those thing hands trying to play, and they never got it.
Instead they went for
yeah.
They went for, I mean, so it wasn't that exact moment when they popped in. It was at some point that they record. Okay.
No.
So that's why it looks like everybody's just kind of watching along,
And somebody's not there, even there in like the top left-hand corner.
Is that Shartimus?
Is that who that was? Yeah.
And then not yet. We're gonna get to that.
We'll get to
that. Here, Wade was topping.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you never knew when they were really pulling from that. So I understand it's cute, but it's awkward. Kind of,
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person to be like overly animated all the time anyway, so maybe that's a part of it. So yeah, but I got called out on it in several places. So
about being unexcited.
I'm like that, And it wasn't that. It wasn't that because some of the stuff was fun and I really was engaged for some of the things, but I guess it just wasn't captured.
Dave, are you watching this from the show that you're at? You're at a con. But yeah, I don't know. I sat through it, but I'm so used to sitting through these things. I don't know. I guess it didn't hit me as hard. It hit me different because I saw lots of complaints about it dragging on and this and that. And I guess I'm just so used to. I mean, this is what, the third or fourth time that we've done this sort of thing where we have to sit through. Well, they did PulseCon last year, right?
Yeah.
And
It was
then
in September
FanFest.
last year.
And then FanFest, where you're just kind of sitting through the magic. But there are people watching that stuff, you know,
Yeah.
for that. But it's
Yeah.
like I said, I think I texted you. I was like, this is like sitting through the panel before the panel you want to attend to get good seats for that next panel, but you have no interest in what you're watching right now.
That's exactly right. And it's kind of a, I'm not gonna say it's a disservice, but it's unfortunate because I don't know what they're gonna plan for Toy Fair this year, because it is still going, it's being planned for in person. Their normal presentation during Toy Fair, which they generally don't let, recording, or I don't know how much of that they show, that is so nicely put together. And this was kind of like, everybody did their own thing, but there wasn't a real cohesive like umbrella support for it, or like organization to it. I mean, even that host recap thing, that just felt like filler to me. And they had those guys in those big puffy jackets, and I'm like, what's happening here?
Well, they were just kind of the host, right, to lead in while they were changing over or something.
But it seems to me that because, and I'm sorry, I forget the name of the woman who hosted. It seems to me that she had a lot more to do last year.
Right. They didn't co-host though. The Holes guy hosted FanFest, maybe, or one of the other ones.
Okay. But yeah. So overall, it was strange. I get it. The world's what it is right now, and people are making do, but you still, I guess, kind of feel the way you feel about something regardless. And for me, it just kind of overall wasn't that exciting.
Yeah. But at the same time too, they do this every couple of weeks, seems like, anymore. These panels, these live streams and stuff, and then you take it and you smash them all together, and it doesn't feel as special, I guess.
Right. And honestly, if you're going to host an event still, it should still feel special. Because I'm not going to get too hard on some of it, but for some of the teams, it really did just feel like one of those regular Friday things, but just drawn out more. And I don't mean drawn out more or showing more stuff, because that is absolutely not the case. It was just more like vamp,
Well, unless you're G.I.Joe.
Unless you're Joe. I should have said that at the beginning. Everything that I'm saying right now, which I'm trying to be constructive, that does not apply to the Joe team, because they absolutely destroyed it. They were so good.
But they had to come hard after a year of Target and light releases and reveals and pre-order nightmares. It's gotten better over this summer, and then here, and I haven't even checked. Is that stuff still available on Target? It was last night. It was on for a while.
Yeah. So that was adjusting and doing what needed to be done, and you're right, showing good product, making it so that it was available. Those were very, very important. But on top of that, they put their presentation together, had the right people doing the right things. There was not one dip or awkward silence or anybody talking over each other. It was just done very, very, very well.
G.I. Joe, were they all in the same room?
I think for the most part, yeah.
Because I think that's that kind of what slowed down Marvel, I think, a little bit. And that made the Star Wars presentation a little better than usual when it's live streams.
From a presentation standpoint, I will give them that. Yes, absolutely. Product, we'll get to it.
And then like Transformers was good too, but since you're not really into Transformers, we won't. I'll touch on that in the rundown this week.
But we can put our appreciation towards Mark, because Mark brought it again. It's like, Let that guy do his thing. It's entertaining. And he know
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he didn't know what he was talking about and he was just bullshitting, that's one thing. But I mean, the guy, he has a naturalness for it.
Yeah. He's a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
He loves where he's at, and it just when the guest would pop on or something, or when they were about to go to something, his face would light up and just what is going on? Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. But I guess it makes sense to talk about this stuff in order so we can like pinpoint things and continue the discussions.
Oh, complete opposite opinion. Living Freak, the Transformers team seems stiff and lifeless. I really enjoyed the Marvel panels and G.I. Joes.
I
think if there was 3 marks on panel, it wouldn't be as, you know what I mean? If everybody had the same kind of attitude.
Exactly. I was in and out on the Transformers one, but I guess I can agree with that with the exception of Mark.
Yeah.
DC
doing Batman 2022 figures. I think that null might be a bath. Didn't they say, well, we'll get to the Marvel stuff, of course, but didn't they say it was like 8-9 inches, something?
Yeah, something. So
you're like, yeah, it's null.
Yeah, I was gonna say, spoiler alert. If it is, I can skip it.
Don't get all Dwight on us.
I know, that's awful. That's awful.
We're entertaining time for that. Either way. I wish Toy Media. Oh yeah, you commented about the same thing on the last video, didn't you?
Cool.
Dwight has become hilarious, though. He just barely gives it. Yeah, especially after 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't want to say Dwight was all of us yesterday, but Dwight was a lot of us yesterday. Dwight gets points for the PulseCon as well, but he gets like a special award type of thing. You know, it's like for the award for being most relatable, I think.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. That was Friday, wasn't it? I was already out looking for exclusive, posting pictures and stuff. Plus, he was cutting out, and I couldn't understand what was going on. And
yeah. I mean, he kind of ended it on Friday, right?
Yeah, that was out, and that's what I kind of figured. I was like, well, there's no more toys to show. Cleaned up this week. Breaker, Goliath, and Chrome Dome in my local Target finally. Damn, I haven't seen a Breaker in person. I'd like to get an extra.
You know, I was not on that boat until I got the bike, and then after yesterday, it's like I kind of want another one too. So I think it would be amazing, or somebody posted an Instagram pic or on Twitter or something of Lady J on that bike, and woo,
yeah,
looks good. Looks good.
G.I.Joe stole the show and gave Marvel a run for being fun and affable to watch. Power Rangers panel was cringy.
The Marvel guys are the Marvel guys still, I think, get to sit on top of the mountain as being the strongest, consistent team overall, but the Joe team was the best yesterday.
Yeah. I've yet to find any of the G.I. Joes at local Toys R Us. Are you in Canada? Is that where they go up?
I think Canada is one of the few places left with Toys R Us. So, yeah. Yeah, but there were some good things, you know.
I know we'll go into this later, but I'm glad the animated X-Men figures look more on model than the Mondo releases, and they're only $25. Are they $25? I didn't even check the price because
I think so.
Animated series. I have no attachment.
It was cool to see that, and it was funny because, you know, a couple of more names got revealed in the like copy on the Pulse site too. But that was kind of a torturous. That was like the 20th anniversary. It was just kind of torture with those because it was like just a little bit more. We only got 2. Which would have been fine for a Friday, but for PulseCon, I thought, you know, let's see a little more.
What do we got here? Storm and Jean.
Yeah, there it is.
Was revealed along with it.
Mm-hmm. So I would guess that that's just for a quote unquote wave one, because there's just I mean there's no possible way that Morph doesn't get done this way, right? I mean you'd think people would go burn down Pawtucket if that was the case, right?
Yeah, you got to think that he's custom made for this, and maybe that's what they're building up to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's as a Fantastic Four fan, I know they always save Ben Grimm for last. I get it. You saved your wanted for the end, so I get it.
Your Donatellos. I found the G.I.Joe panel the least interesting. The Power Rangers one was awesome. Wild Force.
What?
Maybe it comes down to what you like better.
Yep. I guess it does cut different for everybody, but man,
yeah,
that Joe one.
Give me Toad now. And that's already on the back of the package.
They talked about it. That was probably the biggest kick in the junk of the whole thing. I understand. Again, I understand. But we're celebrating that first Toy Biz Legends line. Let's get it out there.
Dwight just looked like he didn't want to be there.
It makes me wonder if like that was maybe a last minute thing that Dwight found out he was going to be the only guy in the studio.
2 hours.
Uh-huh.
Plus a bunch of characters that I'm assuming, since, I don't know, we kind of run the same things of, Null is modern, Vulcan is semi-modern. Well, like most, Despair was kind of C-list, D-list.
I'll raise my hand and admit that I've never heard of Despair before.
I know of Despair because of the handbooks.
Then I should, but I don't think I've ever read anything with Despair. And certainly not Null either, so.
No, and Null's new, and I never watched the animated series, so that just came down to the Marvel Legends 20th. Because I was there for that.
Yeah. Well, I guess they showed that vision. Well, we'll get to it.
Yeah. First, you want to start. Let's start with some Star Wars.
Yeah.
Here we have a new thigh plate for $30 some odd. It's a snow deco.
It's funny because I love season 2 of The Mandalorian, but it was kind of like, who is Mando going to make friends with next? Like from episode to episode. Now these releases are just kind of like, what is Mando going to be packaged with next? Because that's what it is.
Because this is the same Grogu, right? But you have the egg carrier, or is that an egg for the spiders? And then new thigh plate, which I think this is the first time we're seeing in 1/12 scale.
Yeah, well, they said they tooled it up new. They did mention that.
But I'm guessing the rest is about the same.
Yeah. I appreciate the thigh plate. What they really need to tool up is a new cape.
Yes. Not the back, the shingle.
Yeah. Unless he's just standing there, it does not sit naturally for any type of pose.
Somebody mentioned, and I can't find it now. We're not going to get into Fortnite, but Bush Ranger. You're down for that, right?
Yes.
Okay. I knew you would be.
Yeah. And the light up guy is cool, but not really what my speed is for Fortnite. But yeah, Bush Ranger is cool. It's an interesting name, but yeah.
Yeah. And the spider has articulation on each of the legs.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And it's sad because I want it for the thigh pad because that's what I've been wanting. A season 2 Mando.
Yeah, but he got snow on him, so it's very, very specific season 2 Mando.
And if they tooled that up, there's going to be a regular release of season 2 Mando
They're gonna get you to buy him again and again, my friend. No doubt about that.
Greetings back to Honduras, Norman.
Yes.
Can anybody explain how we got to the point where Cobb Vanth is a deluxe? Yep, we're going to get to that too.
Yeah. They tried to sell it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Can't believe we're getting a Bill Burr action figure. Yeah, no kidding. What is... if you had told me 5 years ago, going to get a Bill Burr Star Wars action figure.
So, a couple of things. I wish it was season 1 Bill Burr. But then also seeing Bill Burr in action figure form just reiterates my thinking that how in the world has he not been cast as Guy Gardner? He would be perfect as Guy Gardner.
I've never thought about that.
Perfect.
You're always working on that JLI.
Hell yeah.
Live action movie.
Yeah, but he would be perfect as Guy Gardner, even though that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about. Seeing him in action figure form just like makes that hit home even stronger.
Damn it, prescribed drone. Now I got that stuck in my head.
Don't say that.
The thing here, though, they took the Bill Burr head, put it on the body, right?
Yeah.
The red is completely, it shouldn't be there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't have I don't know if that's a rank thing or whatever, but yeah. Because I did the exact same thing with the Din Djarin head from the other Target, and it shouldn't have the red. And I thought, eventually I'll paint this or they will release it. And it looks like... this almost feels like, hey, we've got a bunch of these drivers.
Yeah.
Let's repackage them with the new head.
And his season 1 look, even though maybe it feels a little not as Star Wars-y as it could, it's very unique in that sense. And it just, I understand this makes him a much less expensive figure to produce. But man, that season 1 look would have been so much better for him.
Well, I think that's what they're working up to here, too. Now they have the head. They can sell this and then come back around and do the season 1. But if they do a season 1, I want the whole crew.
Yeah, 100%. And they would all be cool, interesting action figures. You know why? Because they're aliens and not just dudes.
Right. Well, shit. Din did have the red, huh? You're right. You're right, Scruffy. Look at that. Mine's accurate. Bill's not.
You go tell him that.
That's right. Somebody, where's my phone?
Of course, Bill Burr would probably like berate you for it being fucked up that you own a plastic version of him, and it's just fucking weird, man.
Get that blaster out of my face, Mando. Yeah, that's what I want. I want the whole Mayfeld crew from the...
Yes.
It's just like a different specialty. There's knives, there's muscle.
And it's like the bounty hunters, right? They can have their own little corner. They stand together. They all look very different. They all look really cool. And it's just like, nah.
Mando had the strap, Burr didn't.
So...
maybe this was originally planned to be surely you just maybe this was originally planned to have both a Din and a Mayfeld head. Maybe I'm just pulling that out of my ass. Clancy Brown in particular.
Yeah.
But we already have one, right? We already have 0.
Yeah.
One down.
One down. But yeah, give me the rest of them.
Mayfeld is Robo without beard. What? It's not. Oh, God, it is. I don't look like Billy Corgan. Now we need a short trooper.
I hear you sound like Billy Corgan.
What?
Come on, sing it.
Yeah, no, but I can't do that. He's got that. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I'm down for this. I'm down for this. This one also feels like a lead into the one everyone wants. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I like this look and it has its place, but everybody wants the armored up Boba Fett from Mando.
I feel like this is setting us up for that more desired version to get bumped up to a more expensive release. Am I
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
for thinking that?
Yeah, I
Maybe?
think it's already. Isn't that already rumored or hinted
Is
or?
it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Boba and a Snuggie.
I mean, it's perfectly fine. I want it.
Yeah, it'll work, but yeah. Are they waiting for Book of Boba Fett? Are they waiting till next year?
You
Y'all are
know,
y'all are killing me.
somebody find a light bulb to put in his mouth like right now.
Is the cloth always this weird on TBS? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's usually a little flat.
Yeah.
A little flat.
And that's the thing. I mean, it just makes him look like a glob of brown.
We're not making you sit through 8 hours of this stuff. You can go and wait in the car for the next segment.
Back to Winnipeg.
Yep, black undersuit. Yep, that's the one everybody I
Yeah.
think is really, really wanting. Plus,
Yeah.
aren't they talking about Boba Fett's going to have a different look in the next?
I'm sure.
Okay, here's Cobb Vanth.
Okay. This figure looks fantastic. I love it.
I don't
And
care for this pose, but
I appreciate getting it, but that's a standard figure.
yeah, the whole paint apps thing. Now,
I don't buy it.
okay, there's everything, right? Which is kind of the same thing as Boba Fett. But like I just pulled out, we got Zero, mostly new sculpt,
Yep.
lacking paint apps. We got Tech. I had to look at the front. I couldn't remember who I picked up. We got Tech, lacking on paint apps, right? But all new sculpts on both those figures. They don't have, oh no, backpack, gun, helmet, extra gun when compared to Tech. Paint apps.
Tech's got all of his little tools too.
Oh, that's true too. So why does that? Of course, you look at Tech and it's missing a stripe here. It doesn't have a lot of wear and tear to it, but neither did Boba Fett. Boba Fett was pretty plain on his bodysuit.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, this is a figure of a character that I want, but it's still just kind of like,
Cowboy Mandalorian. I am all over this, and I'm going to end up paying the damn thing.
well, sure,
but
I am too.
I don't understand why it's like that, and I get I'm part of the problem. I'm going to buy it either way, but I'm going to gripe about it all the way.
Yeah, it's it looks cool, and like I said, it's a cool character to have. It's just this really pushes the boundaries of being okay with this. I guess I'm more afraid of what this would open up in terms of what constitutes a deluxe figure going forward.
Yeah, because I don't know. Okay, how about this? Well, that doesn't make sense. I was about to say, what if a deluxe is just looked at as no potential reuse down the line? But then we saw Jar Jar twice, and I guarantee we're going to see Boba Fett at some point again.
Yeah. Yeah,
and we're not going to see, well, maybe Tekken Zero is the same situation, so that doesn't make sense.
And I see that comment. I guess they had to bump up the price to help cover Timothy Oliphant's likeness fee. That does not apply to Star Wars. That's part of your contract when you sign into Star Wars. You don't get to be in a Star War unless your likeness goes with it.
A Star War.
Yeah, that's been like out there for a long time.
Yeah, there's that. I don't think it's that. But then people bring up how Star Wars Legos are usually a percentage higher than the rest of Legos too, because of the licensing fee. Is this
Sure.
coming down from Disney, or is this something above their head, or it doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
Go watch a
I
good
mean, it's a
Star
cool
Wars.
figure.
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna spoiler alert. My two favorite figures of the whole show are gray-haired men in beards, or with beards. You know. So,
Yeah.
damn it.
That's pretty good then. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
But at the same time, oh yeah, definitely. Deco hits. They're talking about all the extra colors, and there is a lot of colors on here compared to what we're getting in the main line.
And like I said, this is still within that margin of error with it me being okay with it at this price point. Like I said, I'm more afraid of what might come next in terms of what we don't get for a deluxe price, right?
Right. But even then, I mean, you look at it, there's nothing on the shirt. There's nothing on the pants.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the boots.
Yeah.
There's that. There's that. I mean, it looks nice, but that also falls into the same category as Boba Fett, who didn't have
Mm-hmm.
anything on his jumpsuit. It was all armor and metal parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cobb Vanth. Boom.
Well, he may, I don't know, this may be one that if you have the I don't know, if you have the conditioning or patience to wait it out, which I know you don't, you might be able to get him for a discount.
How dare you make
It's Star
discouraging
Wars.
words my way?
It's Star Wars. It's okay
Yeah.
because that's your it's yeah.
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 Should have had a sly smile. Yeah, it is kind of. And maybe he's just watching from the sideline. It is colorful though.
Yeah. It's a cool figure. I'm not taking anything away from it as
Yeah.
far as what it is. So
I'll pay $30 for a Raylan Givens. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Wait, where'd you go? There you are. They can spread out all of his accessories to fill the deluxe box. Because I was just looking at Tech, and his backpack's on him in the package. So, I mean, they could spread out Tech the same way as far as this.
yeah,
But is it
I
going
don't think I buy that.
to... I was in on Cobb until the price tag, unfortunately.
And I don't think you're going to be alone. Like I said, I think it
Yeah.
takes a certain level of, you know, commitment or being okay with it, despite the fact that it's a, you know, it's a cool figure. But yeah, what they did here should be that there should never, as far as I'm concerned, he represents this bare minimum for what should be okay for this type of release. If anything
Yeah.
drops below that, then I'll probably make a stink about it.
Didn't we see, didn't I know we saw it with Jar Jar going down, but did we see that with Boba Fett?
I don't know if I don't know. Jar Jar, I expected that to happen with Jar Jar. I mean, Jar Jar Binks does not bother me hardly at all, but I know that is definitely not the norm. So I was, you know, like, okay, I'm really glad that they did this. It's probably going to go on discount everywhere, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, if it got him done, it got him done.
They knew everyone wanted a Cobb Vanth, hence deluxe.
I mean, you could say that for a lot of Star Wars characters, couldn't you?
Put glasses on him, and it's Brian Flynn from Super 7.
Well,
A beard does so much for...
You know what? That's a good suggestion. They should have included Tech's damn goggles in with him.
that would have been a deluxe release.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean with this.
Oh, no. That's for the next Tech release.
Yeah.
This, though, for being exclusive, I'm okay because we've seen this before. This kind of oddball. Here's some figures that you already kind of have, but not quite. Uh,
Yeah.
for- Although I would like a better looking Hux. I don't know if I need this for a better looking Hux.
I don't know if I care about Hux enough to throw down for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the look of this trooper too, but same thing. It's just kind of.
Yeah.
And this, no, no, they've got to update their astromechs at some point.
I was going to say, if that astromech would have been updated, he would have been the draw of this set and maybe would have put me over. But as it stands, no. I still can't believe they're allowing their droids to be so shitty.
And this is a 4-pack. It's a mouse droid.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah. I cannot believe that we get a photo real Hux before Poe or Finn. That would have been a Disney pack, maybe in their
Yes.
different clothes from the last movie.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
that's 2 all new figures. They
Yep.
can't do that.
Because Poe especially, he was like Cassian. I mean, those poor dudes just got done so dirty by those old paint apps, and they were affected more than anybody, I think.
Wait. I just asked that. What are you talking about?
Asked and answered.
Asked and answered. Oh,
Yeah.
This, though, I think this is different enough because I like the extra paint apps on the K2SO. That makes him, different. I'm good with
This one makes me the most angry because I want that damn pit droid.
and the pit droid's
I want
really
a couple
the big
of
draw
them.
here. I mean, it is really, but I'm trying to justify the other ones.
I wish they would have left the BB droid out of there and put a second pit droid in there, and then I would have been perfectly fine with it.
Yeah. Although, I mean, at least it's a different color BB, and their BB figures are nice with the little,
Yeah,
with
the way it's weighted and
yeah. I can't remember what those are called. What are they? With the weight at the bottom, the bean things, or how about the full on? You punch them and they come right back at you.
Oh yeah, the bop it things.
Yeah,
boppy bags, whatever.
Yeah. This cannot be the only time we see this a pit droid. It can't be.
Yeah.
Weebles. That's right. Yeah.
Oh! I thought you were talking about the.
Well, I was talking
one.
about the little ones first, and then I
Okay.
remembered the.
Yes, they weebles wobble, but they do not fall down.
But yeah, at least the droid. It's different, and I'm always down for another battle droid. I guess build that army. I just want pit droid.
Yeah, I want that pit droid. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
CB-23 was my favorite character from Resistance.
Is that what that is?
The BB droid, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, what or Annie confirmed? I wish.
Yeah, I'd take both of them.
I can't remember what I did. Maybe I had to jump up real quick. They were talking about vintage collection first, so I stood up and left for a minute.
Anakin.
I went and got a drink, and then I came back and saw Anakin. I was like, "Whoa! Did they already jump up?" No, damn it.
Yeah. We definitely need Anakin to fill out that episode 1 team.
Hello there.
Hello there.
What's up? Sandblasted Mando and Grogu with pit droids. Oh yeah, there's that too. Damn, I forgot they showed up.
You should be on the marketing team for Star Wars.
Shh, don't put that out there. Yeah, honestly, want some super battle droid.
Is that you, Patrick?
But yeah, I don't. These didn't go up for pre-order though, or anything, right?
Because they'll be at Shop Disney too, along with the parks, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think any of the Shop Disney stuff went up yesterday, did it?
I checked it a couple times. It still had the Chewbacca and Rey set from however long ago with shit, what's his name? But I think he's still up on Target single pack too.
Oh yeah. Hot talk.
Yeah.
I bought all of those because I was actually at the park, and
Well, see,
it was almost kind of fun to go to
Hondo.
Hondo. I
Hmm.
had to go to different stands at Disney World in the Star Wars area to get the different ones, and it was almost kind of fun until I got back and I was like, oh, I could have done without this one. But yeah.
At the time, that was the only way to get Hondo, though, and I think that's the only set I got.
Mm,
And then Hondo released by himself later.
yeah.
But this, I'm hoping this hits about the time that Celebration hits, maybe next year in May. Is it May?
Is it? I thought no, is it?
Or did they push it back again?
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't remember. It's sometime next summer, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be close to Disney.
Yeah.
This one, though, why do I want.
I love the idea of a creature pack.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to keep myself in check when watching this, knowing that Salacious has only ever been a San Diego exclusive,
Mm-hmm.
and he can't stand up.
He sits, yep.
So this is, and the Minoc was only a San Diego pack too, right?
Get out. Minoc, yeah, it was with Han. Now the only thing exclusive to that set is the pointing finger.
Yes. That unfortunately a lot of people threw away because they couldn't find it in the back.
Because it was stuck behind the bar or something,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can still buy porgs.
Yeah. So this one, I'm going to reserve final judgment for this until I see what the price is. Did they announce the price for this?
No, but it's in a smaller box, so I am assuming. Oh wait, is it a smaller? Yeah.
Yeah. This one feels to me like it needs to be like under $20. Is that too much to ask?
That is too much to ask, I think.
Probably.
This is looking awful deluxe.
Because I don't even know. Yeah, I've got enough porgs and that little space.
I just want the blue and white monkey lizard.
Yeah.
A new Hondo prototype was teased with the HasLab Rancor. I think they were just using comparisons, right?
Yeah, they haven't announced anything for that yet.
They have some stretch goals, but why the hell would Hondo be in the Rancor thing?
Yeah, and they didn't announce the stretch goals. they haven't let you get excited for your reissued Luke Skywalker with bone yet.
I think Santa D. Yeah, $29.99 sounds about right.
Ugh.
Damn, I don't know about 50-ish though.
Not for that. No way. That's a easy pass at that price.
If it's sub 20, I thought that said if it's sub 20-ish, it's all rightish.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
I could barely say it once. Yeah, no way the Monogs. I actually put a pin in the wall and hung it from its mouth on the up kind of behind.
I still have Gus holding mine like he caught it and he's going to eat it.
That's right. Barbecue tonight, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get this barbecue started.
Yeah.
Should have had some Loth Cats.
That would have been awesome. If they would have replaced that other squirrel thing with a Loth Cat.
Squirrel thing, the boggling.
Yeah.
That's another way to get, because didn't that come with the Jedi Fallen Order?
With what's his name?
Yeah.
The guy in the poncho.
But yeah. Boop. Oh. I was like, man, I took some steals of just the guys. But how about some Figrin Dan?
If Figrin Dan comes with all the different instruments, then this is a solid release.
You guys correct me though, but doesn't Figrin Dan himself wear different colored pants than the rest of the modal notes?
Probably.
I'm thinking of the 12-inch, the old Hasbro 12-inch figures. I think Figuring had gray pants and the rest had black, right? Or is backwards? Play that exact same song again.
Oh.
He's got a fleshy head.
Yeah. They said that was like verbatim, right?
If he comes with all the instruments, it'll be a deluxe.
Touche.
All the same. Okay. So it's
Good.
not like the was it the 12-inch figures that were weird?
I think those 12-inch figures are all just kind of weird anyway, right?
Well, I mean, it's 12-inch in the first place. It's already weird. No, I'm kidding. I'm just giving I'm getting Shooter a hard time. Figuring it had gray pants. Okay, now we're gonna fight. Fight.
Uh-oh. You know what though? Regardless, if the instruments are included, pants color is not enough for me to complain about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to remember. I don't remember them from the waist down.
Yeah. And even then, it's one of those, let's screenshot this very dimly lit shot in the background and blow it out and see what it is. So
the pants are in some archive somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm down for a new Leia too.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. But
Gray Pants Kenner release.
There you go.
He'll only come with trigger hands though. Don't put that evil out. And I know this didn't go over well with some people, but hey, it's Droid, it's new, it's Mando.
Yeah, it's cool, but I'm gonna come for it again on these pipeline releases though, because your thoughts on that wore off on me to the point that I can only think of Omega off the top of my head as a pipeline reveal that I know.
And you know why? Because she was all by herself on that pipeline reveal.
And there are a couple of things about that, right? So it makes pipeline reveals like I can't remember them because I don't really care because I have no idea where they're at. And so we're getting pipeline reveals on top of other pipeline reveals that we still haven't seen before. But then Matt K, our man Matt K, called it out, I think, on Twitter yesterday. And that the other part that makes that frustrating is that I would just like to know a damned Star Wars series, Black Series wave in its entirety at some point, because I don't know if there is anyone out there. I don't know. I can't tell you. I have no idea.
I think they're trying to, instead of, if they showed the whole wave, they wouldn't show anything else for months. But at the same time, I'm kind of good with that because that's the way we used to do it. What was that? And on top of that, was it Bill Burr and Boba that didn't go up for pre-order yesterday? Which is a good thing because pre-order wise, if you pre-order those two, then they reveal the rest of the wave. You got to come back around, add those to the order, or if you do a case or an assortment, there's cancellations. So on the retailer side, that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that, you know, they're going to wait until the whole wave is revealed before pre-orders go up, at least right now.
And that's fine. That's fine. I would like to see a little bit more organization in terms of how actual figure reveals can work with the pipelines. Like let's reveal a wave of figures that might include like the first reveal of the actual figure from something that was announced as a pipeline like 6 months ago, and then tease out the next one with maybe a couple of the pipe. It just, I can't put a Star Wars wave together anymore at all. I can't tell you when something came out, what is upcoming, or anything, and that's just weird to me, and I guess kind of frustrating. The part of it that gets me the most is that their packaging now is so perfect for being able to organize waves and themes with the colors and everything. It's like, I just want to see them lined up together and see how it looks and see the connection. And there's really no opportunity for that with the way that they handle their reveals now.
Yeah. And I didn't even consider this. I was just thinking of these pipeline reveals really kill the excitement when the figures are actually revealed, because we already know it's coming.
Yeah.
Here's this. It's coming in the future. The only difference is it's going to be in plastic form.
I can still get, some excitement out of seeing a figure for the first time, but you're right. It takes it down a little bit. So it's like, unveil that pipeline that you teased 6 months ago next to one that you hadn't said anything about yet, and really just make it feel more complete.
Yeah. And then this, agree 100%. Pre-orders now show mystery figures when ordering waves. I'd like to know what I'm buying. Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Because I noticed that with the G.I.Joe wave yesterday. There's still a third figure to be revealed, and Big Bad Toy Store had pre-orders of Spirit and Storm Shadow and Mystery figure.
Mystery figure. Yeah. And I'm okay with that happening every once in a while, because maybe they're in a series with a figure that they're actually making timely from Book of Boba Fett that hasn't been revealed yet. Yeah. But
there you go.
All the time.
Jedha, Stormtrooper, Bib, and Finnick. So are they going to be the rest of the waves? Yeah. Assume they will be all the same wave, except Cobb.
Yeah. And that's a solid wave. It's like, get yourself excited about that wave.
Wait, the way I understand it, no. I think the Black Bat doesn't come out until much later.
Yeah.
I think, and we'll talk about that when we get to that, because that's kind of a brilliant move on that team's part.
Yeah.
And at least 4 different leaks say it's Cobra Officer.
But that's not to say that the pipeline reveals. I'm excited for all of them. They're either cool characters, versions of characters, and I want them for my collection. It's just kind of like, it's so far ahead of itself that I just can't keep anything straight.
Yeah. But then we got to this.
Yeah.
Why are you pausing? We knew it was the Rancor.
I know.
You sound so unenthused.
Right now I am.
Yeah. Yeah. If they had just had the model on the table. I don't even mind about the paint thing, because that's how they've done at least the Razor Crest, right? I don't remember the barge. That's been a long time ago.
Well, I think there are several things going on with this right now, and some of it is just like unique. Part of it's unique to me, but what they showed, okay, it looks incredible for a grayscale digital render, and I really, really want a Rancor, but we'll talk about it when we get to it. Their presentation for this, they were completely pantsed by the Joe team. The Joe team did such a much better job in their presentation of their HasLab, but that speaks to a problem of having 2 HasLabs going at the same time, which is a lot to ask for. And it's putting me in this position where right now I am not willing to go 4 deep into HasLab backings with nothing to show for it, unless I get a substantive something of substance in terms of an update for the Sentinel, or it gets delivered to me before this ends. I don't think I can pull the trigger on this, and it kills me for it.
Yeah,
it does.
I think my problem is, and I get it, because even though I do not care about 3 3/4 inch, I was watching like Play with the Plane and the figures that come with it and all the stuff that comes with it. I'm just but there's also the Ghostbusters Proton Pack. Are you even interested in that at all?
No, it's cool. I know people have been waiting their whole lives for that, but I'll tell you, as much as I want to own a Rancor, and I do not collect 3 3/4 Joes at all, that presentation for that jet was so I was so much more excited for that thing than this by the time the Joe team was done talking about it.
Right. And they showed all the stretch goals, everything. That's
Which okay. So I understand stretch goals are logical updates to do when you're in the doldrums of a campaign, because after the first few days you're going to hit many days of minimal movements in a crowdfunding campaign. That's typical. So I understand holding some of that stuff back. The paint app thing is kind of lame to me though, because they boasted 900 paint apps, and okay, we're not going to show that to you yet. I understand. When you're only getting like 100 backers a day, that's when you hit it up. But man, they were talking about it. They said they were messing with the physical model of it that they had. They have it, and they didn't show it. It's like, give us something, because any other crowd-funded activity on Kickstarter or something, they'd be roasted for not for only coming with a grayscale render, I think.
And then there was the price. Don't forget the price. Rancor is not Sentinel. 350 is too much. But if you're looking at it as, but it's also 9,000. That became a big thing whenever Galactus went up, right? With the $400, but 14,000.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. At 9,000 backers, it seems like a lower, but again, that's where the stretch goals come in. Show what are we paying for with the stretch goals on top of this?
Yeah.
Is it going to be
Yeah.
more figures? Is it going to be a bone?
And as terrible as this sounds, I think $350 for a Rancor that is to scale with Black Series, I think that's a price I'm willing to pay. And that may make me part of the problem, but that seems like okay-ish to me. $50 less would have been great, but you can say that about any, campaign or whatnot. It's just the presentation of it stunk. They did it a disservice, I think, the way that it was presented. And the fact that I'm 3 in because I don't have a Sentinel, I don't have a Galactus, I don't have a Hero Quest right now. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I understand they're different teams. And, if you need $350 at 9,000 minimum, that's a big fat, $3 million bottom line that you can add to your end of year report for that team. So I get it, but I wish it was, I don't know.
350 with baby Rancor from Bad Batch would be okay.
If that was one of the stretch goals, that's great. I want to at least know something of substance about where my Sentinel is right now. And I'm not here to harp on that, but we're at a place where we have haves and have-nots in terms of that shipping right now. And okay, there are definitely things outside of Hasbro's control, I'm sure, which are going on with that, and I appreciate that. But communication is 100% within their control. And if I were to back this, I gotta know, am I expecting this? Is it reasonable to expect the Sentinel to come in the next month? Or is it half our shipment hasn't come out from China yet, so it's going to be maybe, the spring or whatever? I want to know that. And they're not giving us anything, because I don't think I've heard of anybody, at least stateside, getting an update as far as shipping or whatever, who got that email since that email went out.
It seems like everything, or at least report-wise, of people receiving, it was a big rush, or there was a rush at the first.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they were sending out singles first or something like that. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason to what happened. Because it seems like they printed all the shipping labels right off the bat, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So are they stuck offshore, or are they Are they waiting for FedEx to pick stuff up, or?
I don't know. I would just like to know something,
Yeah.
right? Instead of an overly comfortable email that's like, well, I'm not telling you anything, but hey, we're friends, right? So it's cool. We got it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, not really. And Yak Face said something about it too. It was like, I don't know, maybe Patrick's screwing up and, you know, spilling this a while back, put them kind of behind the 8 ball in terms of their readiness for it. But I shouldn't be talking about this type of shit. I should be talking about how cool this looks and how much I want to buy it. But it just wasn't done well for the presentation.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll get a Jabba's palace. I think it's going to be.
And Bryant Merchant, you're right. I am going to get my Sentinel, but that's not the point. I'm not worried about not getting it. It's going over ski tips for how many of these things that I'm going to back with nothing to show for it and crappy communication about it.
It's 2 left shoes. Veebs spitting frequently asked questions.
I want a Rancor. I really do, and it looks cool. But I wish they would have done a better job in.
Yeah. Oh. You freezed yourself.
Of course.
I think I just took screenshots of. There's the stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's all the screenshots I took.
And his articulation looks wild. I mean, you're going to be able to move your Rancor more than he actually ever moved in the movie, right? Which is killer. That's great. It has nothing to do with what, you know, we've seen thus far. He looks like a cool figure.
You shush. You're not getting me today.
But I don't know.
I agree with you.
But I mean, were you like going, oh hell yeah, when it was, you know, being talked about? Or because I get it, I know part of my you know, reaction to it is kind of spoiled by having now had the Joe one revealed, but also because where I'm sitting with the other ones. I don't know. Did you have a natural reaction that was enthusiastic, or?
See, I can't relate because in that aspect, in your, you know, you're still waiting for HasLabs. I didn't do Hero Quest. I didn't. What was the other one?
Galactus.
Oh well, nobody has Galactus.
Right.
That was just
right. And that's not.
But I have received a Unicron. I have fortunately gotten a Sentinel. I don't know how I was in, because I just ordered one maybe or something is why I was in the initial shipments. But so it almost feels like I really didn't want to do Rancor right after Galactus, but it seems like they're doing all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
But I feel like, well, I was satisfied with this one, on to the next one, you know?
Yeah.
It's not quite as much overlap for me as it is for you.
Yeah. And that's perfect. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Like I said, to me, it's all about communication. That's all I want here.
Yeah.
So,
and honestly, if this had been, and I've talked about this several times, if they had doubled up on Rancor and Galactus like they're now doing with Sky Striker and Rancor, I would have skipped Galactus and went for the Rancor, you know?
And that's a misjudgment overall, I think, because I guess I can see it from the perspective of these are two different fan bases and whatnot, but there are plenty of people who would like to be able to do both the Rancor and the Sky Striker, and it makes it really hard to do.
Right.
But
like at the same time,
the Transformers one just ended, right? Just ended.
Yeah, and that was another one I wasn't interested in. It's been a couple weeks, hasn't
it? Yeah, not much for sure.
Yeah. So in that aspect, it's kind of because, well, like if at the first of the year they had announced all of them, Rancor would have been at the top of my list. Everybody knows that, you know. But man, hitting them all at the end of the year is just, because
Yeah,
then on top of that, Christmas is right around the corner, and
sure,
I'm
absolutely,
I'm
and
giving IOUs.
well, and that's part of it too. Is like I wouldn't even what you said. I don't need to know what it is, but let's have the teams work a little bit more closely together, so you can kind of say, hey, we're planning a Marvel one during this month, a Star Wars one during this month, Transformers. I mean,
But do you think this is the teams though? This has to be. I mean, they all have to clear it with somebody up above, higher. That, I mean, it's not the teams going, okay, we're going to do this now, and Hasbro's like, okay, go for it.
well, I'll go back to, then for this year, a point that I made several weeks ago was is
Mhm.
that this may very much be the product of this year and what it is, because if they are having supply chain and shipping problems, a $3 million injection into your bottom line right at the end of the year when you don't have to have anything produced for it, that's a good offset, right? So
And that's
yeah,
just one campaign you're talking about, right? $3 million.
exactly.
Yeah.
And these teams work. I don't know how their corporate structure is arranged completely, but if Marvel is just coming off of a massive influx of money because of a HasLab campaign, they're going to make all these other teams not look as great from a financial standpoint. So yeah, let's hit it and let's get this built up. I get it, but ugh.
No one's blaming all the way up. I'm just saying there's people above the teams themselves.
Oh
Jesus.
God, give me a break.
The fact that they're doing 3 and 3/4 inch, 1/12, and a 1/1 item around the same time makes more sense. 3 scales, 3 different collector bases.
But there's a lot of crossover there too.
Yeah, I think at this point, I don't know. I think I remember back in the day when I was focused, and it seemed a lot easier back then. Now it's like, why do I collect so many things?
But
Okay,
you don't even really. I mean, you do, but you don't, right? You do. It is realistic to say that the things that you do collect, they're all hitting pretty closely right now.
right.
Yeah,
All at the same time. It seems to be all the time.
yeah, yeah. But
Where are we going?
I really would. All I need is a real update, and I am backing the Rancor.
So if your Sentinel, I mean, if your Sentinel showed up this week,
Mm-hmm.
or if they not even showed up, if they gave a status update.
If it was something more than, hey there, friend, sit tight, we're working on it, it's got to be more than that to
Yeah.
me, because it doesn't mean anything. They did that update already, right? I mean, it needs to be a little bit more.
You want to talk about something a little bit more? How about this?
That's cool.
I like you just leveled right out. Hey man, now that's cool. Okay, this is what they let off with on the G.I.Joe team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then said, "This is not going up for pre-order now." But I didn't realize the genius of this until later, because they started showing the next things, and we're getting the bat in the Target Python Patrol wave, right? But this
Yes.
but this is more like, if they had not shown this and just shown the Python Patrol stuff, from a marketing standpoint, that seems very oh, I better buy the Python Patrol stuff because who knows if the bat's coming. They just right off the bat, just right off the bat, they just put it out there that yes, there will be a regular bat coming down the line, but here's some Target stuff, which gives you more faith about Outback getting a regular paint job in the main line, maybe. And well, Viper's the other one. We already have the Viper. So I don't know. They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to show this,
Yeah.
but they did.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I think that I think that might have been a combination of how things have happened with the line in the past and pure confidence in what you're putting out there now.
Yeah.
And they should be confident about it because it's great.
And I think we talked about it earlier, right? This team had to go hard.
Yeah.
Had to go hard. They're making up a lot of ground that they lost last year. And they already did with over the summer with stuff, staying up for pre-order and a little bit longer than usual.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Joe team, with the product that they showed and the way that their presentation went, they were absolutely wonderful. The Joe part of PulseCon was, for me, enjoyable from start to finish. And it's like Lenny is always a delight when he talks about stuff, but Emily, who kind of, led the whole thing, she did wonderfully in that part of it. All of the design guys that they let them talk about, their parts, everything just flowed beautifully with the Joe team for this. They did a great job.
yeah, that's true. We don't know if they'll release Python Patrol first. It's just available pre-order first.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Hey.
Yeah.
Options. Echo. I think it was Joe in Blue called it Echo. Why did Outback have white hair? Oh, well, that's his Tiger Force look, wasn't it? Yeah, there. I don't. I didn't do a lot of vintage Joes, but I think that was his. I think he had gray or white hair.
That's after he had seen some shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
his hair had turned from brown, had turned from black into bright white.
Oh,
I couldn't remember the line before bright white. I had to look up
bump, set, spike.
Bright white.
Oh. He looks fantastic.
Bright white. Yeah, and I don't even care for the Tiger Force look, but
I don't either.
This looks so good because really it's hair color and shirt. That's the only difference.
Yeah. And the sheer audacity, of wearing a bright orange t-shirt with the tiger on it. Being a survivalist out there in the jungle, it's mwah.
That's right.
Yeah. But even with that bright orange shirt, they have absolutely 100%, I think, with these unveilings, they have absolutely found their place with what this line should look like. Mm-hmm. Because I don't have an aesthetic complaint, really. I mean, some of that Target stuff, the decoing and colors is wacky, but that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
They have absolutely nailed. They have gotten into what their aesthetic for this line is now.
G.I.Joe exotic.
Oh, and we are never going to financially recover from this.
I mean, they leaned. Well, they took everything from last year and said, "What can we do?"
Yes.
I mean, it's not like stuff wasn't selling, but they leaned harder into the classic looks.
Yeah. Well, and I mean the level of detail and like the line has always been gorgeous from like a sculpting standpoint and what they've been able to pull across, but bringing back the colors a little bit, being a little bit more true and tribute to some of those things. These all just looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and it really does show that some of the really early figures, they really were just a couple of different deco hits away from being like, hell yeah, that's it, exactly right.
Well, maybe it was because it was such a drastic.
Yeah.
That whole first wave was all the same kind of aesthetic to it. And needed some tweaks. But at the same time, if they had continued with that, would it have been terrible?
But that's the thing. I don't begrudge them at all for the aesthetics of how that first wave was, because they had an idea, they put it through, and they executed on it. But then they allowed the ability to adjust based off of what they think that they needed to do in order to make the line more successful. And they have pulled it off beautifully. And in what I would say, based off of toy development time, in like record freaking time, right?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lull.
Sure.
But this is what we were hoping. This is what a lot of people were hoping for.
Yes. Yeah. This is great.
Don't say that in front of Matt K. He gets mad at you. I'm not a fan. Everything else I love, and I'm usually a fan of drop down hips, but I don't know what it is about these. They hit me wrong.
Shock oil was one of my, it came into my life as a permanent fixture with this. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't bug me, but then, oh, what about your breaker? Is it loose at the hips? That's kind of reverse. He heard he heard us run.
I need to grab him off the shelf, because I've actually got him standing with like one leg up and like on the bike and leaning against it, blowing a bubble, and he's been solid. So I don't know if the hips are loose, if he would be able to be standing like that.
So did you have to do anything to get the bubble in the lips?
So I took the bubble from an old Jubilee head. I actually ended up clipping off the little stem that went into her, because I didn't think I would be able to get that to happen on that sculpt without needing a second one, because I was going to mess up so I just put blue tack on it and stuck it on the front.
Gotcha. Okay. And it stayed so far?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So the hips do lie. It hip you wrong. Don't mess with success. Success. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely you either like them or you don't. I'm hip to this figure. Loose hips sink ships. Did we lose Veebs? Right as we get to the Python Patrol Viper. The tragically hips. I don't know. I like this too, but we got the standard one first. That's the kind of repaints I like. Dun 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 dun. Dun. He looks like Chuck Norris. I saw a couple of comments of that too. No, and now we won't. We're going to Veebs. And he's been doing so well. He sent 2 interviews. There was the interview. There's a Super 7 interview going up tomorrow, and not a hiccup in the whole thing. I love the Joe backpacks, but they need to come up with a new way to attach them. They just stick out like Fortnite back bling. Yeah. They just plug in, and sometimes there's a, oop, hello.
I heard the thunder and boom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you hear the thunder?
Yeah.
I never cared for TF or PP when it originally came out. Oh, Python Patrol. It took me a second. Tiger Force and Python Patrol. I don't know Outback, but I bought it. That's a sign of a good toy. That's just.
I'm with Dan because I didn't collect Joes as a kid, and when I was looking up Python Patrol and Tiger Force and whatnot, I was like, these are good for Target because I can pass on them easily, and I pre-ordered all of them.
We were texting back and forth. They're on Pulse. They're on Target. I can't find them.
Yeah.
because I texted you. Well, that was what was that exclusive that done pissed me off? Zartan. We just looked at him. Zartan went from coming soon to sold out. I was like, did I already miss this? No.
I had refreshed him right where I got the coming soon to sold out, refreshed again, and there he was, and I was able to check out pretty easily after that.
Outback retired and opened a steakhouse.
Hang place, Outback Steakhouse.
And then it popped right back up. So yeah, I was happy. But you down for PP Viper? That's what I shall call this from now on. It's stuck.
PP Viper. Yep. I am. I like and appreciate the figure. I don't think I'll be army building the PPs though.
That's where I only grabbed one of this and then one of the PP BAT.
Yeah. I only need one PP bat.
Yeah. Although this is cool, I'm not this kind of bugs me. Okay. I mean, yeah, I get it, the logo and everything. It's almost like he's wearing a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there's something cool about that because I was able to pre-order it.
Well, I mean, they said it during the panel yesterday. Cobra, for all of the different ranks and, you know, whatever that they have going on there, the real unsung hero is their, you know, marketing and licensing guy, because their logo work with, you know,
yeah,
it's top drawer.
Oh, well, yeah, if you don't like the Python Patrol, just take the chest plate off. I didn't. Yep. In fact, yeah, there you go. Uh-oh, did you freeze again? You froze happy, though. That's a good thing. A minute ago, you looked kind of angry. I felt bad for you. Hey. Oh, there you are. You come back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Is it raining?
Yes.
How's that for timing?
Yep, perfect.
I call this the Saturday off Viper.
That works.
I think everybody ordered Spirit and Crocodile Dude, right?
Crocmaster, Spirit, and Storm Shadow were the three best, in my opinion, the three best figures shown off all weekend.
And I do not even get. Oh man, this was kind of cool though. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't even. Well, okay, I love Spirit, so I'm happy to see him.
Well, and can we talk about the fact that Taboo said that his day job was being a black-eyed pea during? That's awesome, because not many people can say that.
But yeah, Spirit coming along. I think it was leaked. We already knew, you know. But seeing it in person,
oof,
and then changing him to a sniper with an actual realistic looking gun,
yeah,
is pretty cool.
That is a beautiful figure.
Stop working on my Spirit custom. Yeah, that's last year. I was kind of, I need to get some custom fodder because who knows how long this line's going to go on, and they may not look like I want them to. Or is it canceled? How hard will it get? So I started kind of customizing, but now I'm at that point where I don't want to customize anything because you never know what's coming.
Yeah, and I would never talk someone out of stopping a custom on a figure that they have been working on, because you never know.
Yeah,
it may turn out to be more to your liking or better than what the actual factory figure ends up being. But my God, this is a hard one to catch up to right here.
Yeah. That's the Spirit.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the Spirit.
Don't even know Spirit, but he's so awesome looking.
Yeah, he is. I don't. He's one of those figures that it doesn't matter to me. And I don't mean this in a bad way. Like when I say his importance to the overall mythos, what I mean is like, is he one of like the main 5 guys in G.I.Joe? I don't know. It doesn't matter if he is or not. He is standing right there on that front row in a prominent spot in the collection because he looks amazing.
But and it's like Emily said, that I've seen make the rounds as inaccurate or something. But if you started with the cartoon, it was Spirit versus Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
they were the, was it the first arc? Chasing each other down and fighting and everything. It wasn't Snake Eyes, but I think it was different in the comics and other things. But I remember the cartoon.
This being how they updated this figure, and you had the comment up here. I believe that this has been handled in every way perfectly. I mean, not just the execution of it looking like a great figure, but how they have how they rolled him out, how he's characterized now. It's wonderful, all the way down to the packaging art. Perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
Alternate wings for freedom.
Yeah.
I need me a Chuckles classified pronto.
You and me, we the same.
Yeah.
That art is awesome. That art is awesome. I love it. That's the one that I want to print of.
But then he came around to Storm Shadow, who we got swerved, I think.
Oh yeah.
This is the perfect prime example of what we thought we were getting. Yeah. And then they switch gears and here's what we got.
Yeah. I feel bad because I don't have a whole lot to say about this figure because it is just exactly, it's exactly what it should be. Everything about it is lovely. The detail, I mean, you can see the details in the sculpting for like patterning and texture and whatnot. And oh man, it's so good.
Shipwreck's a big guy too from the
Do you think he could Shipwreck too for his parrot?
Well, that shirt's not really shipwreckish, is it? It's maybe not. But yeah, Storm Shadow. I'm so down for this. It's beautiful bow. How they talked about they made it shoot and told not to. It's just the hood, everything. It's hard to it's hard to find anything to complain about here.
Yeah. As long as it is engineered the way that it needs to be, which we don't have any reason to think it won't be, as long as he moves and poses the way that he should be able to, it's great.
Because there's a collar piece that may kind of get in the way, but
9 months is a long time to wait for these. I still think that Hasbro is hedging a little bit because of the way that the world is right now. I'm gonna hope that it's not going to be quite that long, but they're being smart about the timeline for it.
Yeah, rather be early.
Yes,
with
I mean, really it's happening with the Fantastic Four figures for Legends right now, right? Those weren't supposed to hit until February.
Storm Shadow is nothing compared to my articulated icon.
Hey, he still needs some guys to go with him, right?
But then this. I do not give a shit about Croc Master.
Fiona and her Croc Master accessory.
Yeah. And it's hard. Maybe after 40 years, it's hard to see G.I. Joe. Even though I collect the line, I have them in person. It's hard to see whenever I see pictures of G.I. Joe, just think of them as 1/12 scale. So it wasn't until they said this crocodile was a foot long that I went, oh, damn, that's actually, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
So, but they made me care.
This is such a ridiculous and cool figure release.
Bane before Bane. Now you got that stuck in my head. Come, crocodile. Fiona, come. We will go and we will be the swamps reckoning.
Gung ho for breakfast.
Gung. You gives power over me. I was born into the swamp.
Gung ho is full of fiber.
Strawberries. Croc Master, I'm down. I'm so in for this. Everything about this set is awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And
you're crocodile.
That's a good one.
That's right.
That's a good one.
Oh, not a first vehicle though. I think of this as kind of the Snake Eyes and Timber set. You know, I want to see more animals.
And I'll tell you this right now. I know some of the things that went up for sale right after PulseCon, like Cobb Vanth and whatnot. We were talking about, ooh, a little bit of sticker shock. That $40 price tag for this, close to it, whatever it is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, that's $10 more than the deluxe Cobb Vanth, right?
Yeah.
But okay, there could be a couple of factors here. One, Hasbro owns G.I. Joe. I mean,
Right.
there's no licensing fees. That thing, maybe they could keep prices down a little bit. But on top of that, like I said, the Joe team it still has a lot of proving to do. This is a new line. It stumbled quite a bit in its first year. I don't think they're going to be jacking up prices at anytime soon until everyone is more heavily invested.
And I wasn't saying that to necessarily make a comparison. I'm just saying that for what you get here, oh yeah, I have no problem paying what they're asking for him.
And that was something I was thinking about before we even got on here. I was like, but there's also a big ass crocodile in this package and all new sculpt.
Yeah.
Between the Fortnite Lynx and G.I. Joe Crocmaster, Hasbro has made the best Catwoman and Bane 6-inch figures ever made. I still need to get that first wave of Fortnite.
Yeah. But this is another one of those that it's just like it's really perfect.
$21 for a foot-long crocodile. Doesn't seem bad.
I'll take it. Especially with as articulated as it seems to be, plus the bendy tail, right?
Plus you get the little guys.
You get the babies. Get babies.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, then they showed oh no, they didn't have there's one promo image with the babies up on top of the head and it's just in the water. Yeah. She's just in the water.
That's cool. This is a great deluxe release. I don't know it, because you're right. I mean, they did Timber. That's cool. Now they've done Crocmaster and Fiona. I mean, where do they go next with the kind of creature packs, especially to be as wowing as this one, right?
Well, they got a few, right? They got a Mutt and Junkyard and Law and Order, and I think somebody I'm not as familiar with it, but is it Naugahyde and Razorback? Is that a animal set?
Yeah, maybe so. And I'm sorry, I probably phrased that poorly. Is that I know there are other animals to include, but it's like this is going to be a tough act to follow in that line.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. This is kind of. It almost feels like this should have been revealed later on after a few more packs. But again, they had to pull out stops.
Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, I'll be honest with you. If they would have said this pack is $50, I probably still wouldn't have batted an eye at it.
Oh, I'm full of shit. Look at this. That's a vehicle. Is a Razorback. I saw somebody list that earlier, and I meant to look it up before getting on here, and then I thought, well, okay. Wild boar. But could we see? But okay, somebody did mention this a minute ago of this being the first vehicle. Could we see Trouble Bubbles kind of in this same kind of not had with the boar. Oh, did he have Nemesis Enforcer with the Goliath wings?
I think Trouble Bubbles would be a blast.
Yeah, kind of this same skew, maybe.
Because I would definitely buy at least a couple of those to hang. That's too cool.
Can Tunnel Rat have a rat? Razorback was a masked vehicle. I know that. We need that reveal on the Hasbro PulseCon.
Yeah.
When is a crocodile a vehicle? It's just one of those packs. And hey, if you had a 12-foot crocodile, You could ride
with a
it.
chain leash, if you're telling me that I'm not gonna like take this guy in the pool and make him surf, then that's a vehicle.
Dusty V2 in his hover vehicle. Oh, there's always Polly.
I need Polly for my chuckles.
Was there some? What was that the end of G.I. Joe? Because
Except for, the big HasLab thing.
oh well, I didn't take pictures of that because it's 3 3/4.
Well,
I don't talk about 3 3/4.
Well, that's fine. But kudos to them for the presentation, because they had a whole commercial for it, which was amazing, and also having the model to show actually with some show off some workable engineering and even material pieces to really give you an idea of what it's going to do and all the stretch goals and all of that. It's like, I've never been tempted by a 3 3/4 vehicle in my life, but that one's like, ooh, that's good.
Oh, Naugahyde came with a pig. Somebody called it a Razorback. That's what I was looking at. I'm trying to yeah, that was after my G.I. Joe time, so I'm unfamiliar with later character, or well, whenever he came out. Now somebody's going to say he came out in the first wave. That's G.I. Joe was not my bread and butter.
Original 13.
It is weird that they pivoted it into O-rings, but hey. Uh-oh, did he freeze again?
No.
Oh, okay, there you are. You can't sit still like that.
Well, they did, but didn't they say that O-rings were Pulse exclusive?
I don't know. Like I said, they went to a smaller scale, and I went and got a drink or something.
Well, aren't the 3 3/4 figures Walmart exclusives right now?
Yeah, as far as I remember.
Yeah, and I think they said that the O-rings were Pulse exclusive. I may be wrong about that.
The only thing I caught about the O-rings is they're making it out of a different material, so it wouldn't deteriorate as fast.
And also the forearms and hands are different materials, so the thumbs don't break. They're more PVC.
Deep Six had fin back. Hey, dolphins. Hey, more animals. If they can make them as cool as Fiona.
Yeah. Yeah.
O-rings are Pulse.
It was food grade silicone on those O-rings, so you can cook with them, but please don't cook with them.
And then, of course, where are we going here?
But kudos to the Joe team. You guys knocked it dead with the product and the presentation, and was definitely the highlight for me. And I'm not even a nostalgic Joe guy, so
I'm trying to get everything set up for the next.
Ooh, for the next.
Because you know what was next, right? Or well, later in the day. Oh, Dusty had a coyote. I heard somebody say that, or I saw somebody top that today too.
Coyotes.
Calling a dolphin finback is like calling a person foot leg.
That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Foot leg.
Come here, foot leg. That's a terrible code name for a G.I. Joe guy. Foot leg. What can he do?
But then again, foot leg doesn't sound that far out of the. If you would have told me, yeah, there was foot leg in the old G.I. Okay, I believe you.
So, oh, yep. But there's still Marvel Legends to talk about.
Yeah.
Good old foot leg. Oh, this is gonna be a thing for the rest of the.
Yeah, it is. Foot leg needs to go on a t-shirt. Yeah, Dwight in the studio, and the other two from the big three remote for the Marvel panel.
And well, they led right off with an interview, but that led into Null. I don't know Noel.
I don't either.
I know he's symbiote related.
Yeah, I mean it's a neat looking. At first, I don't I don't know Null up to the point that until I saw the red, I thought it was just a grayscale render. But I guess these are
Oh
his
yeah.
colors, right?
And I'm always down for a grayscale top figure. I don't know why I love those things, but I don't know. As far as this goes, they said it was 8 inches, somewhere in there. Everybody's assuming it's going to be the
Build-A-Figure.
Build-A-Figure for a Spider-Man wave of some kind.
That's fine.
Bastard love child of Footloose and Crazy Leg.
That works. That works.
He was the god of all symbiotes. Symbiote god Null. I know Neil about Null.
I know Null about Null.
I've only heard of him from people talking about wanting him, you know?
Okay.
I'll
admit that interview, which I'm going to go out and say it right now. All 3 of the interviews that the Marvel team did for this presentation, I get it. That may not be everybody's thing, but I thought all 3 of the interviews were great. And David Nakayama and the X-Men the Animated Series guys, they were wonderful. It was cool to see the creator of this character help roll it out.
Oh, you stopping right there.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's
was sounding like I was waiting for the next. Yeah. And it's a cool thing. And like, did we talk about this on stream or before the stream of how much it felt like sitting in a panel room? Yeah. But no, I don't. It's a cool looking figure, but I don't know if I'll. It depends on what else is in this wave.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I got a few figures from the Sugarman wave. Never built Sugarman. Never finished it. So if there's some cool figures in here, I don't know if I like Null enough to finish the wave.
Yeah, I think he'll be a dynamic figure, and I'm glad for people who have been wanting him. If he is a Build-A-Figure, it would have to be a really strong wave. Like it'd have to be like either every figure I'm really going to want, or maybe just one shy and just go ahead. All right, I'll grab this one to finish the Build-A-Figure. But I mean, I've been pretty clear as to I'm making my Legends collection a little bit more focused, and yeah. This is cool.
Oh, there we go. Give me Null out of my old folks. Out of my old folks. I'm gonna guess it's out of my way, old folks.
I guess, yeah.
And that's cool. I begrudge nobody for wanting figures that I don't have any attachment to.
And I'm certainly not saying he doesn't have a place in the line. Well, I mean, he obviously does, but it's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Walgreens, fuck. that's where we're at. I think that was the general consensus yesterday.
Yeah. And especially since Flair's going to be looking for this guy to get his championship belt back from him.
But it is an old school belt. But I like this look too.
Me too.
Is this kind of the Dormammu Red Skull? Maybe the arms?
Yeah, maybe the arms. I don't think well, it's hard to see on the chest and whatnot, but that's I'll take that for sure.
Yeah, I think I kind of like this look. Yeah. The other one was on the Bucky cat body, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny because I checked that just to make sure, but yeah, it is.
Need a Null Grendel Dragon Build-A-Figure. I know a couple of those words.
I was going to say I know those words, but that doesn't make any
I know
sense.
the individual words. When you put them together like that, I don't know. I'm that old person that needs to get out of the way. And I'm okay. I'll step aside.
Yeah. If Walgreens, Walgreens used to be such easy exclusives for me to find, and then this year happened, and it's become exceedingly difficult.
Yeah.
So I understand the frustration with that. But if the Walgreens 2022 theme is going to be supervillains, I'm all about getting more classic, hopefully more classic-y supervillains.
I think I saw some people hoping that it would be around. Was it Siege? Was it Avengers or Masters of Evil? Maybe get some Moonstone. Get some of those older classic characters. But
Yeah,
if they're going super villains, I feel like it's going to be like big names, like we
yeah,
saw with the supervillains wave.
could be.
Yeah, I'm still behind on. I don't have Nova or Quasar.
I have Nova, but I do not have Quasar.
But Kale, can they coexist long enough to finish a match? Need a new Dakin. Dakin? Dakin.
Yeah, it's
There's
been a
that
while.
oldness. What about this?
I'm actually pleased with this. I will
Mhm.
say that. The previous one doesn't really have a it's a beautiful figure, but it doesn't really have that deco that fits with the rest of like the classic colors, like aesthetic that I'm kind of building up with the Avengers. So this is most welcome.
I think I'm good with the metallic looking one. But I will say
That's fine.
this is probably my favorite hair face paint app combo of any recent
Mm-hmm.
Legends in a while.
Yeah.
But I just like this figure. Or I have the Family Matters. But if you missed the Family Matters set,
Steve.
I knew you're I was trying to work in a did I do that? But that's old now. That's old.
See, Dwight
There you go.
said another repaint. Did I do that?
See, passed on the family set.
Perfect.
And
Yep.
I'm thinking maybe a Quicksilver in green, or was he green in the set or blue?
He was blue in the set, but green would be
Green would be sweet.
Yep.
Now, yep, there you go. Give us a green suit, Quicksilver.
Yep.
I ordered it since the color separation was weak on the last version.
Was it?
I didn't notice.
I just remember saying I remember opening that set and looking at Scarlet Witch because it was something that you really had to see in person to get the effect of that figure, I think. And I was like, this is kind of a cool effect, but it's kind of strange for Wanda. So that's why I like this much better.
Oh, West Coast Avengers US Agent.
How about a West Coast Avengers Mockingbird update? Classic Mockingbird.
Mock.
Ing. Or wait, sorry. See.
We need a West Coast Avengers Pym. Dude in jumpsuit.
Yeah.
But I'd still get it because that was my Hank Pym for a long time.
Yeah.
He didn't do a lot of growing. He did a lot of changing other things size, right? I don't know why I did this. He'd pull stuff out of his pockets and
Pym particles for everyone.
And just tossing them around. Mockingbird, yeah, we need the puffy sleeves.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, and I think a lot of people went into this show hoping or thinking for about a updated Hawkeye.
What was it? Was it Ryan that had the old Toy Biz Hawkeye in his backdrop too? I think he was swerving us.
That's the second time or so, isn't it? It's happened before, right?
Yeah. He's a sly guy. He thinks through it's funny because he's like really good at kind of thinking about where people are going to go with something and then like throwing them off.
At this point, it's just like you're searching the background for clues.
Yeah.
The Burgundy Witch. There it is, the Riders Hawkeye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, West Coast Avengers 5-pack. That was my Avengers team back in the day. So I'd be down for that.
Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, this was and that I'm not doing the carded stuff,
Yeah.
but it makes me wish I kind of I'm doing that with the Fantastic Four wave, but
Of course.
these look good. This looks really good that way. They all look really good this way.
Oh yeah, need a mullet Wonder Man too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't get an answer for the barrel, huh?
That's true.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that's like pipeline.
That's a hint, a tease.
Mm-hmm.
This Vision, I like it better than the one that came in the 3-pack, but I don't know if I need a white Vision.
I'll be honest with you. The only connection that I have with White Vision is the video game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
with you on that. I really like the Vision that we got on the retro card previously, and this version is just not gonna dethrone that one, right?
yeah.
So
Barrel tease. The barrel was a trap.
the burl.
Yeah, I like how it's kind of grayed in parts, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I know that this is definitely Vision for some people, so I'm glad that they're doing, because it's the perfect spot to do it, right? On a retro card, put him out with Wanda, it makes sense. So, yep, that's what I know him from.
I kind of like the look on the card though, but
Yeah. But to Dwight's point, I still will never. Why is he barefoot? Or why did he ever wear boots at all? Why does he have feet anyway that aren't just boots?
come on, foot leg.
Barefoot leg variant.
Excalibur set will be next Saturday morning because I'm out of town.
You're going to be road tripping it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be out of town, and I'll put something up on Saturday that's, Saturday morning cartoony-ish.
Yeah.
Wanda has a thing for feet.
Hey,
we need that Vision in Crocs. That would be.
That's all right. Where's the third party on that?
Yeah. But then
that would make me buy that figure.
Then there was Vulcan, which I don't have a lot of attachment to, really.
I don't either. And I've got to say that as I mentioned, the David Nakayama interview was fantastic. I love it. I love it when you can learn that the person behind the art is just as great as the art itself. I know that's something that's not required, right? But he is just such a good dude that I really enjoyed that conversation. But it was a total swerve to me that Vulcan was the character that they were going to have him debut, which is fine. It's another one of those damn Summers brothers, though.
Damn Summers brothers.
It's like when you see the people coming out and saying, "All right, another Summers brother," I'm like, really?
Is there a Summers sister?
I don't think so.
So you could say it's a summer sausage fest. I did not get the PulseCon box. So Trapper Wolf, I ordered it yesterday.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. Who made that artwork behind him? But new body, base body.
Yeah. And it's hilarious that that Vulcan is and I mean Dwight said it. It's hilarious that Vulcan is the one to kick off the new body, but okay, that's fine.
But it's nice and clean. And he mentioned it too. I mean, this is pure customizing fodder goodness. I know people don't like the pinless because it makes it hard to swap parts and everything. And I get that, but
yeah,
man, how many characters can you make with just a skin tight suit? I guess I should say. That came out wrong.
Oh, he looks good,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Yeah, well,
you made me look that, and yeah, maybe a little bit long, but I think if you drop the belt a little bit,
the way the hips are seated than the actual thigh itself, right? but it's overdue. Well, it's not. I don't mean it that way. It's good to have a new body, and the ab joint. What I would imagine is going to be better on this one. The butterfly and
Mhm.
the not teeny tiny feet are my definite highlights for this.
Okay, the thighs maybe, but this is still don't man. Okay, it's weird to talk shit about the Bucky Cat body because remember when that came out
Yeah,
around Archangel and Bucky Cat?
yeah,
That was we were like, oh man, this poses beautifully, everything's nice and all that. Maybe it's just the the bullseye effect of seeing it on a lot of characters has made us
yeah.
want a new. But yeah,
I,
it's
I
outdated
will.
now.
I will stand by my assertion that I've always hated the feet on that body from the very beginning.
Yeah,
But you're right.
but they replaced it a couple times where it was a little bit more balanced. Was it Archangel that had kind of the no soul feet, or was that
Yeah,
the deluxe or different?
maybe Archangel stands behind Professor X, so I don't see his feet a lot.
I have mine hanging, but it's in the other
that
room,
that makes better sense.
and it's not bad. It's
Yeah.
just one of those things you want to see less. Maybe it's maybe too much of a good thing.
Well, I mean, Legends has been over the past couple of years. It's been better with how they choose to do their reuses. But the Bucky Cat body and that Jean Grey head, those were like almost ubiquitous in their reuse for a long time, and I think that's part of it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but there we go, right there. Need a new Daredevil and Cyclops on this body.
Oh man, I would love to have a new classic. I love Daredevil action figures because he just looks so cool posed dynamically. And yes, absolutely, I want a Daredevil on this body.
And you know what? I feel the same way. I want a Daredevil on this body. But if we get Cyclops on this body, I'll want redos of all the Cyclopses we got on the Bucky Cat body because I never cared for that being on that body.
Well, and honestly, the classic giant size Cyclops is perfect for this because that was in a set with
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix that is become a unicorn at this point, right?
Game Circuit, depending on how. Okay, well, I guess if this is the replacement for the Bucky Cat body, it's going to be about the same height, maybe. Because I look at it and think, is this going to be taller? Because it looks bigger,
It
or
looks like it would be slightly taller.
but maybe that's just me.
Mm.
So I don't know. See, I don't know. I think of Daredevil bulkier.
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, right here. Yeah, I think of him bulkier than this.
Yeah. Daredevil. I mean, for me, Daredevil should absolutely be bigger than Spider-Man in bulk.
Time for a new long shot. I can't argue with that.
I mean, what? It was Toy Biz.
Astonishing.
Yeah.
When they do
I
that
take that.
5-pack.
Oh,
That-
man.
That whole
Yes.
set. Cell shaded. I can't get a read on cell shading. Some people hate it, some people love it, but I don't think there's a really I don't know. It would make everything, if you try to put it in a display, it wouldn't match with the rest, but it didn't seem, well, we'll get to it, right?
Yeah.
Oh well. MCU, another chance at both Captain Americas.
And it's cool to get an ungoggled Sam head for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I love the heads on these, but I don't know if I like the body.
When did that? What? I don't know
This
if I
is-
have. Do I have that figure?
This is a fairly old figure,
Is it?
body-wise.
Okay. Maybe I have it somewhere then.
We're shooting right through. I may get that because the heads look so good. I may use that on something else.
Mm.
But then there's the X-Men stuff.
This was the highlight of the Marvel panel for me, mostly because of the interview. That was great. And the VHS boxes are wonderful. They're great. Especially, I mean, I wasn't a huge animated series guy. I watched it, but so many people, that was their X-Men, or that is their X-Men, or that was their intro into X-Men or Marvel in general. And those boxes are an absolute perfect tribute to that.
It's crazy. I've never watched the series. I may have caught snippets here and there, or run across.
Okay, Dwight.
Yeah, well, I said that long before.
I know.
Yeah. But for some reason, I have more than a couple of the VHS tapes sitting on a shelf behind figures. I don't remember how I got them. Don't remember where they come from, because by the time I got the VHS, I didn't have a VCR. So,
well, that'd be a perfectly reasonable excuse now if there wasn't Disney Plus, but
I want that old school feel, the rewind it and everything.
Yeah.
Come on, watch X-Men. Pizza Hut. I worked at Pizza Hut. Yep.
Oh yeah.
But these are the actual tapes. These came from somewhere, because I have a row of them.
Really?
Of quite a few. Yeah. Because the Pizza Hut ones were just standalones, right? That actually advertised Pizza Hut stuff on it.
I don't know.
Oh, yelp. See, that's what gets me. I'm not getting these because it's the cell shading isn't really super noticeable. It's almost like actual shading on the figures.
It's it was a choice that I don't begrudge them going in that way, to make them very much an accurate tribute to what they're going for. But I'm going to get these because the packaging is cool, and I guess they're gonna stand with my NECA Ninja Turtle figures, because they will fit in quite well with those.
Oh, that would be pretty sweet.
The rest of the rest of the Legends collection, though, I mean, as you said, it's not, at least in these shots, it's not like terribly apparent on Wolverine, but it may be a separator enough for most people to be like, they can't really go together.
That's true. But like Daniel says, I have almost a Jim Lee team built, and I have no attachment to the cartoon, so it's easy to pack on these.
Yeah.
But for people who are friends, because we run into it all the time. I got into X-Men with the animated series. We need this because of the animated series and stuff. So there's a market for these.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
The new Wolverine masks, though, I get you probably have the edge taken off of that a little bit because you have the Metacom Wolverine.
Yeah.
But those are those are pretty much damned perfect here.
With the Mafex are these the wings?
This one, too. You know,
it looks just like what I remember. Well, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Kind of large.
And Dan Wiesenmeyer, actually working on the show and doing the art for this. That's great. I love that.
Also feels miss the Love Triangle 3-pack. Because, I mean, the solicitation already said Jean and Storm. You got to think they're going to do Cyclops again.
Yeah. On that new body, maybe even, right?
Well, damn, that may get me to buy it, but new body wise.
Well, but and that gets me to the whole cell shading thing. Is that because hopefully there's going to be as you're saying, multiple waves of these. It sounds like the first four or the whatever, Jean and Storm are going to show up as well. this is a neat tribute, and they're very well executed. But if they don't get to morph,
you got to think that that's the end game, though, right?
well, exactly, because people will come and burn down the whole place.
Mhm.
But therein lies the rub. Absolutely animated morph, but I would want a regular animated morph to stand in my regular Legends collection, and that cell shading is going to throw that off.
But Veebs, Morph was never in the comics like that.
I know.
But
That's
you
why
also have to think with repaints and everything. What I'm going to
that's
guess
a
here,
me problem, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where I'm at too. I'm not doing the cell shaded stuff. I
Yeah.
don't care about the cartoon, but Morph is such a, even not seeing the cartoon, I know who Morph is.
Right.
So I would like that to stand on my Jim Lee comic shelf.
Yeah.
And then there's always, use acetone to take off the shading.
Yeah.
But I think at that point I'd just fit them on there. Maybe it's a mood thing. Maybe it's I don't know. Because just spitballing, you got to think it may be Cyclops with a darker blue with the cell shading.
Or
Jean Grey's going to get a different head and more tan.
Yeah.
Storm is in white or silver.
Yeah.
Maybe with different hair.
Silver would be kind of a cool, but
yeah. But is that cartoon accurate?
It's not really cartoon accurate, though.
And it's hard to cell shade silver.
Yeah.
But Beast with a animated style head.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I got. And then Morph at some point.
Rogue
well, they would have to cell shade them though, right? Because they already got Gambit and Rogue at Target with more animated colors.
Yeah, but like you could really do an animated Rogue head.
Well, I don't know. That's what I feel like with the new head on that they did. You think?
Maybe, but I'll tell you, Paul Harding did a animated Rogue mini bust not too long ago for Diamond or somebody that was really animated looking. So they could push it if they wanted to.
Oh, in a green jacket.
Yeah. And I was thinking Morph too. Maybe if you have that love triangle 3-pack, you could mix some of the jacket Cyclops parts to cover up some of that shading too.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
I think X-Men Evolution has to get more years on it.
I love that show.
Because I did watch Evolution.
It made me so sad when they didn't do another season of that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, animated Sabretooth. That'd be a whole new body, though. I mean, wasn't he big?
Yeah.
Is that where we got for some reason I think of that. Oh. Get some fan plastic foreheads.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is
cool.
Yeah. Jubilee, it's almost like they kind of went in the opposite direction, though.
What do you mean, cell shading wise, or where are you going?
And maybe it's just because of the render. It's almost like these different head sculpts look more realistic to me than the Jubilee that we already have. The Jubilee that we already have almost looks more cartoony than these. Does that make sense?
That's why I haven't cared too much for the renders since we've started seeing those, and I understand why. I know why we're getting them.
Yeah,
but it's. I don't feel like it represents. It does, but at the same time, in my brain, I can't process it. This is almost like a pipeline.
it's hard to get that plasticky color brightness to them.
Yeah.
Because the shading on the faces to show where like sculpt lines are, it's dark, right?
Yeah. That and actual shadows on it, and
yeah.
I don't remember what. I mean, it was just more cartoony, right? Or did she have different gloves and boots and everything?
Yeah, like the comic gloves are more glovey and blue, right? I guess.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, they are. I can kind of see her from over here. Yeah, and no bubble gum.
I'm telling you, if it ain't plastic, then it doesn't stick.
Yeah.
I was going back to the box. Yellow gloves, boots.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Oh,
But
I guess I could have went one still.
this is it's not for everybody, but this is a fun execution for sure. And it almost makes it so that I can have, I've got like my little giant size X-Men shelf. It's like you can almost do that for this with the tapes behind them, right?
The second Jubilee head looks just like the one we already have. Looks like just one new head, and they remove the boots. I thought we already had. Is one of these heads new? This one?
That one would be the new one. Yeah, the other one, I guess it might be. I have the bubblegum head displayed, so it would be hard for me to.
It seems like that's maybe what I have too.
Yeah. Because how do you not display that one, right? But maybe it's just
Okay. Yeah, the one with the glasses up on the forehead is new.
yeah.
Oh, neither head is new. One is from the Caliban Wave. The other is from the Build-A-Figure. Because I haven't displayed that old one in a while.
Oh, geez, I don't have that.
That's way back. Is that why she doesn't have the earrings?
Maybe so. Well,
Vampire years. Because that's what
Yeah.
that Build-A-Figure was, right? The vampire type black suit.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, And
I have no idea where that figure is. I don't. Maybe.
But I love that. I love the boxes next to each other with the portraits on the side. That's really cool.
So you're gonna. Well, you said you were gonna display them, but you'll have the boxes too, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I can open the box and not damage it, I think, right?
I get that too. Nothing but repaints, nothing truly new. But they do this every few weeks.
Yeah, and I was going to comment on that is that as far as what was shown, the highlight for me for the Marvel panel were the interviews and these boxes, not necessarily
and the actual figures.
The actual figures as much, yeah.
Yeah. Because they'll turn around. I think Dan was teasing that something this week.
The 27th.
Yeah, the 27th.
Yeah. And that's why it's not I'm not saying that this is stupid. I don't mean it this way that Marvel gets a pass for not showing as much. I don't mean they get a pass because that's arrogant or whatever else. But Marvel team is going to turn around and keep it more consistent with us as far as what
because
they're going to
really show. Out of all the teams, live stream wise, sending out reveals to people to be done, we see new stuff all the time.
Yeah. And the way that they presented it to be able to feature, like I said, David Nakayama, who does a lot of the packaging art, and the people who are responsible really for the animated series, taking a little bit more time to feature them and some of the product, even if it wasn't a lot of product, that's okay for PulseCon, right? I think that's fine.
An event.
Yeah.
Especially if they were told, hey, go 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because none of the other panels were 2 hours, were they?
No. The magic one kind of felt like it was.
Easy. I know. That wasn't for you.
I know. I was just lost.
Yeah. What about this though? Not that. I think this is about as close to the original as they could get with as far as packaging goes.
Yeah, this is another thing that is being handled very well. The packaging too. I still don't know about that hood up cap head. It's beautifully done. The expression or something about it. I want to get it in hand so I can see it, but otherwise it's great. And I love Dwight commenting on the whole holes in the shield thing too, because he was just like, listen, you got a lot of them.
Hey, I made that complaint too about the holes in the shield, but
so
how?
So before we saw anything from Paul Harding coming back into Legends recently, he'd been doing his Marvel through the 70s thing, which was awesome. And he kind of hinted at, hey, you know, maybe we're going to make this happen a little bit, which is great. And the Doctor Strange head previously shown was cool. But this Tony is the hairdo and the fact that he looks slightly blitzed. I love it.
Kind of, it's definitely classic.
The 70s Tony is the longer hair, big mustache, and drunk.
And I don't remember on the forums they were talking about who this look is based on, the actual Iron Man armor, because this is a new torso.
Yeah.
And then a new helmet.
Yeah.
It's kind of a more modern take on the classic suit.
It's interesting.
It still feels like, well, if this is prototype, that may be the reason for the gap.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like this look that it's very Series 1.
Right.
You know?
But
man, I'd like to see some gold on this, which I won't put it past them to do a gold version later down the line, but that's how I think of this for some reason.
Yeah, and it makes okay, because I took that AI figure and it was such a pain to get the mask off to paint the black behind it. I mean, there's got to be no chance that the reds and yellow match, right?
You think?
No, I don't think. I don't think that they'll match. I wish they would, but I don't think that they will.
Burt Reynolds, I don't know. I'm seeing some Charles Bronson, and I've seen that comment a couple times.
I see the expression as being Burt Reynolds and everything else being Bronson.
Classified proved that showing was all the battle. Proved that all the battle. The helmet face. Oh, the face is a little different, but this is almost a straight Ditko.
Yeah.
Easy pass on both 20th. I can see that too.
I like it. This was also the most frustrating part of the whole Marvel panel for me. I was ready to see the rest of them.
Oh, you were one, Toad and Hulk.
Yeah,
which they said was coming. And if this is going to be, if these are going to be released one at a time on a monthly basis, I guess it makes sense that the next two are, dragged out a little bit. But
at the same time, it was just kind of like
so close. Oh, yeah. Toad's next. Oh. Because they're going to show Hulk next, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're talking about the Paul Harding part of this. If Hulk gets a new head sculpt that looks like his 70s Hulk, it's going to be awesome. Is that you freezing? Was that you that time, or is that me?
Did we come back?
Yeah.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Everything blinked out.
Yeah. Yeah. If we get a Hulk with 70s hair, that's going to be great.
Yeah. You think it's going to be the $32 along with the rest? How about this? And this is me again, with Hulk being at the size and then Toad being an all new sculpt. Does that justify a $32 deluxe price point?
For the lot, like Iron Man and a Cap are absorbing that cost? Is that what you mean? Like,
yeah.
if that's the case, then I would think of it as any other regular wave together and be okay with it. But I don't. But Hulk's always been more, right? Even if he's going to be mostly reuse.
Yeah, but are they gonna? But they have to fit them on this card, right? Is it going to be an oversized card or something? If they do reuse the
I hope it's not. I'll be honest with you,
know.
because this is an opportunity for people to keep things consistent and carded. And I don't know. I would think with somebody like Ryan being a part of this line, that would kill his OCD for like carded stuff together, right? So maybe we have him looking out for us.
Where'd you go?
That.
Where'd you go?
Oh,
No, I was looking for a comment. I just saw. I read something and then the chat goes. Boop. Oh yeah, see that's where we're going with that too. Standardize.
Yeah, because it does look like maybe he's going to be able to fit in there, maybe because it's big. Because if you go back to the package shot of Captain America, he's up. That
is true. That's a big blister.
Yep, and there's quite a bit above his head too.
Yeah.
So
hopefully that would be cool. Yeah. Called out MOC collectors. Didn't call out. Just say that wasn't his forte, right?
I mean, he's the guy that designs the figures, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun tribute. And I guess we don't know if Toad's going to be all new or whatever, but
right.
He better have Legends level articulation.
Oh no, a true fitting tribute would be 5 points. Or
yeah,
points,
exactly.
Way less articulation.
Because let's be real here, Toad was in the first series of Marvel Legends, but he's never had a Marvel Legends figure because that was not a Marvel Legends figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen people talk about using Doc Ock base body.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I guess that would work, but Iron Man. How about Despair? Like did we talk about this at the first?
Yeah, I mean, looks cool. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, it's hard to tell but it's one of the taller bodies, which I'm cool with. Yeah, it's a cool looking figure.
Yeah.
Toad from Wild Child. No, he wouldn't be. I think they'd go for that classic looking kind of dumpy looking Toad.
Yeah. He's definitely more Frogman than Wild Child to me.
I don't have Wild Child. Age of Apocalypse. That's it. That wins the I didn't have him on my list, but I need that sick looking. I'm a handbook guy. Kid. I was a handbook kid.
He's definitely neat looking for sure. It was just one of those I was like, what?
I feel like the hero voting was going to be Sleepwalker. That's another one that I don't have a lot of attachment to, but I know a lot of people want him. And I will end up with him because he looks cool.
Yeah.
They need to do a new handbook. I'd be way more up on modern characters if they released a handbook every few years.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Who is Despair a villain to beside my everyday life? I think was it Strange?
Despair is all of us.
Yeah.
He comes with in package existential dread.
Build a figure. Then we went to this. Even though I didn't read that era of X-Men or whatever, I know this is Maggot.
Yeah.
I think the big question is, what is it on? Because I think Ryan almost let it slip like, wait, this is too different. And then it was like, oh no, is this too different? And then they came back and said, no. Or, they kind of tried to cover it up. In fact, I have a clip.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Roll,
hold on.
roll
I've got to
camera.
reshare it because it played and I clicked off. Where'd it go? How about this?
Grab bag in my special mystery space
And I
back
love
here
this
behind
part.
the
This is my
void
favorite
of
part of the
space
whole
and
show.
time, and give you guys something to look at.
Dwight brought it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I can pause it in the right spot. Right
Whoa.
there. There's a. Well, it's not playing on my screen. I can't point at it, but there's a foot peg or a peg
Right
of some
there.
kind. Yeah.
Right there. I'm pointing to it with my mouse that you can
I know.
see,
I'm doing the same thing. But yeah, new Havoc chest effect, or maybe a Havoc, or because he's rumored to be in that wave, right?
Is he?
I think so. I think that's the leak list going around.
Oh, okay.
And these look, I'm pointing again, they look very circular.
Yeah,
on
that's
the blue.
true.
So I don't think it's a stand. I think it plugs into something. But then my favorite part of the whole show is after this. Roll that beautiful bean footage. I saw that. There you go, right there. Yeah.
Oh man.
The puddle thing is new, but let's see. Where's the play button? There we go.
What is that? I don't know.
It's
Ryan
actually
told me.
two things. Is it one thing or two things?
I
Right
don't
there,
know.
see?
What is it?
Oh,
It's a weird thing in a puddle.
That's my favorite part.
Wow,
Yeah.
spared no expense. A thing in a puddle.
Dwight was all of us in this.
Yep.
One. He was great.
So that's what we're thinking. Like it's got to be a effect piece for some. They're teasing more of a wave, or I'm unfamiliar with Maggot's actual powers. I thought these things ate stuff and then turned the matter into power for him to bulk up and get stronger or something. I don't know if that has to do with any kind of puddle or some kind of liquid or something.
You know, you talking about it like this, it makes me more excited for the blue piece than because I'm not high on Maggot, right?
Right. But I think the blue piece is the actual true tease.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, the plug-in. I didn't either until I because when the whole show was over, I went back to kind of clip that puddle part.
Yeah.
For the intro for the recap video I'm doing this week, and blown up like that, and looking at it again, that peg really sticks out at you.
Because that could have been easily covered. Well, Dwight's a sly guy. That could have been covered up easily. So you gotta read into everything, right?
Yeah. And plus, Ron, isn't that two things? Oh, is that two things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's two separate releases.
I did get the Black Series Cantina set. I was able to order that.
Yeah, that was kind of hairy for a minute.
Yeah.
Thought it was selling out and getting back in, but yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
I say it like that because you need 2 or 3 to make the cantina, but
yeah, that stinks. But yeah.
The full reveal is just a second puddle.
and what it really is they're actual puddles to recreate Toad's base from the original Marvel Legends.
Oh, make a whole swamp top thing.
Figure. Instead of the swamp, you get 2 puddles that he can stand in because that had like a water piece on top of it.
This is what leaked out of the barrel. Oh, I didn't know that because I never had that Toad. I saw that Toad a lot. But I wasn't buying no Toad that wasn't articulated like the rest of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that puddle is the slobber effect piece for Rancor.
They certainly did call out the little spit drip, didn't they?
Yeah, this is the one I'm thinking about the most, just because possibilities.
Yeah.
And if it is Havoc, I wanna see what Havoc looks like.
I mean, what would you expect for Havoc?
But at the same time, if this is a classic type Havoc, wasn't his energy things always white? I don't remember a lot of blue. I'm already griping about the
About what we don't know if it is yet.
yeah.
It may be one of those things that it's like Storm's costume, right? Was the white just the highlight on it?
Hey man, we're not going down that road. You know my thoughts on that, and I am adamant.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I would very much like to have a classic Havoc though.
Yes, with the head rings and just the black bodysuit.
Yeah. Instead of, because I mean, what the only time that was done was Toy Biz, right? And he had that goofy expression.
Yeah. No. They were always, because his chest thing was always white, and whenever he shot, it always turned like bright.
Yeah. Bright what?
Bright white.
That's why you're saying it's white, just so that you can say that.
Yep. Hey man, I can't help it if they're making all kinds of figures with bright white on them. You get out of our stream right now.
Yeah, I'm with Robo on this one. If it was ever changed, that was revisionist history.
Now, yeah, you can go back. Well, you can go back to the older comics around that time and find both.
Yeah,
kind of things going on. But I like the black, and the animated series. I always figured people preferred the animated series were the ones that were nope. Her costume's white, which was white.
And I don't know if I would call that Havoc that was out in the Juggernaut wave as classic Havoc.
No, that was the kind of that Avengers, Uncanny Avengers.
Yeah, something
modern
like that.
take.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you're out too.
You're out, and you're out too. I don't think
all of you.
No gang.
Was it yellowish or was the comic page yellowish? How old are the comics that you're reading? There, wait, I found the perfect
for who it is.
I've never cared. But woo, we ran late, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot to talk about. Like I said, I don't know, maybe it was just me getting a little overhyped for it.
But which we're used to doing. We spent years getting hyped for the annual shows or twice a year shows, but that's not how it is anymore. Yeah. So I feel like, and you can't blame Dan tweeting, lower your expectations.
Yeah. And like I said, the Marvel with me gets a little bit of a, you know what? It's fine because we're going to see more here in a few days, which we are
proven at this point.
Yeah,
because we know, oh, not a lot here. They're going to come back around.
Yeah.
With Star Wars, it may be a while. So there's this fear of, oh God, please show something.
Yeah.
And that's what made G.I. Joe what it was, because they came to play.
Joe did a fantastic job. As you said, I think the poor Marvel guys were tasked with filling some space, right, on there, and they did a good job. Like I said, I really enjoyed the interviews with that. But I also know that if I didn't see a whole lot of product, I'm going to see more in a couple of days, right? So it's not that big of a deal.
I forgot about those too. The Clone War exclusives. I missed one at Walmart that they just showed a picture of the cartoon, and that's been months, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's very right. Yeah, Fitz, people heard way too much my feelings on the Rancor for this. It's beautiful, but
Oh, did you show up later, Fitz? He ran it himself frozen.
Yep.
No, that came later, didn't it? He used up all his bandwidth on that, and then and then lightning crashes.
Oh God.
I didn't want to go with Ghost again, so I had to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just fine. I'm not trying to talk with you. I'm not trying to talk you down.
No, and really honestly, I'm not real up on it. It's just that when we have a small space to talk about all those things that you kind of think about, when that happens, it kind of comes out that way. I've just had some time to think about it, and really, I was like, I would feel better about this if, for my own purposes, I kind of knew what was going on with my other stuff. But then also, they just the Joe team turned around the next day and was like,
Yeah,
with their presentation.
and we didn't even talk about Transformers. Transformers was good. They showed some stuff. The next line, Power Rangers. You're getting that fish creature, right? You're getting the piranha's head or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Fortnite getting Bush Ranger, and
yeah.
I still haven't.
Fortnite for me. I mean, I think we've been pretty clear from the beginning. You know, even when with Jazzwares, it's like I get the weird dudes, and that's probably it. So Bush Ranger or whatever, that's really the first one of those.
Yeah, you're just waking up. I think you missed it all.
Yeah. So yes, just let me know how just give me some reasonable expectation on that Sentinel, and I'll order that. I'll throw down for that Rancor.
Because I already put in, right?
I know you did. Yeah.
I was.
I mean, and that's expected. I mean, I was a first dayer for Galactus, so
yeah, I was in. It was about. I had to post pictures after the panel, so I got in at about 225, 250, somewhere in there.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, I would have been a first dayer too if it is what it is.
Yeah. But at the same time,
because I can go on and on about the presentation of it, right? How it wasn't great, but I still want it.
Yeah. And plus, when they slowly trickle the stretch goals and stuff, well, I don't know if they could put something up that would make me go, "Oh, I'm pulling out of this." I don't need another Luke.
Say you've prepared yourself for one of those to be Luke, right? I mean,
yeah, damn it. But I've also had 2 months. How long has it been since? Oh, Rancor's coming. Oh no.
Well, yeah.
You did not hear what I just said.
And again, that might be. I mean, presentation is what it is, but that might be too that maybe they weren't quite where they needed to be for that yet, but they had to do something with it because of what happened a couple months ago, right?
I'm in the top 200. Luke will be one of the stretch fits. Man, if it's Ula and
Malakili,
is that his name? Malakili?
Yep. If it's those two, I don't care what the third one is.
Yeah. The Garan would be cool too, but hey.
Yeah.
That's all gravy after that.
Yeah, I mean, of course I would want something that's really cool, but if it is Luke, then it's like, okay, fine, but I got these two.
Now I need to try to find an action figure with one pants leg and then the other one rolled up with a bare foot. I need some custom parts. That's the G.I. Joes you make.
Yeah.
There's no way they're making foot leg. Good old foot leg.
Oh man. Oh yeah,
there's EV99. They could do anything really. I mean, most of Jabba's palace.
Yeah.
What do you guys think on the pretty $30 those retro figs for Marvel? Wait, which ones? Then you order one Venom and the 20th anniversary. Well, they thought, I guess, the Venom was exclusive, so they usually cap those at one a piece.
Yeah.
$30 price hike.
Oh, do you mean the anniversary figures?
Up to $30?
Oh.
I feel like all the prices are heading that direction.
Yeah.
I mean, I griped all to hell about Cobb Vanth, but that's because that's compared to $22 figures. And I guess you could say the same thing for the retro figs. Mm-hmm. But are you buying, is it a packaging thing? Is it extra paint apps? Is that the same Marvel, they don't own Marvel license. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, with Cobb, he needs to be the floor for what the expectation is for that price point.
Yeah. Anything less than that
Yeah.
is, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm preparing myself for price hikes all the way around.
And that's
But
reasonable.
I'm also getting pickier.
Yeah.
I'm passing on the retro stuff. I'm passing on the cartoon stuff.
Right. Right. Well, and that, I guess maybe that's what we're going to get back to being. I mean, you've talked about you were only a Star Wars guy for a long time, and then things blew up. You went all over the place, and I mean, it may be, it may be like that.
Streamline.
Yeah.
Out of necessity.
Yeah.
Which is, hey, if it comes down to it. Oh, but G.I. Joe's getting harder and harder to pass up, though.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Because I guess I'm collecting 2 Joe lines now. So,
as in 2, are you doing 3 3/4?
No, Ultimates.
Are you getting the Sky Striker?
I'm telling you, it looks like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it really does. But
Ultimates, yeah, I forgot about that. Speaking of Ultimates,
yeah, oh yeah, Ultimates. So, what we're gonna get new Silverhawks on Wednesday to talk about. Did you go in for any of those?
I'm not. Like I've said several times, I do not remember Silverhawks at all.
Yeah, but I mean, Bluegrass is going to be in Series 2. I don't know how you pass that up.
I don't know.
He's a blue metallic space Birdman with a cowboy hat and a guitar that turns into a bird, and underneath the hat, he's got a metal mohawk.
Doesn't he have straw in his mouth? Is that it, or is that something else? Am I thinking of something else?
I don't think so. Maybe there's some like PR art or something like that with him doing that, but that's not.
No. I'll keep on hoping for Galaxy Rangers. Next time you talk to Brian.
Okay. Well, and speaking of, what, tomorrow it's going to go up?
I'm scheduling it as soon as I walk out of here.
Okay. I had a pretty in-depth conversation with Kyle from Super 7, walking through all of Power Rangers Ultimates Series 2. It's pretty in-depth. So if you're a Mighty Morphin person, I think there's a lot of good stuff in there. But it's pretty much strictly Power Rangers.
Yeah. From what I told. And yes, I edited it in. I didn't get to go through the whole video, but
we talked about it.
Yeah, I popped you on the one at the first. And as far as the rest of the schedule go, I'm recording another recap video for this, just a quick thing to put on YouTube but I'll cover Transformers and Fortnite and Power Rangers, just going straight through. Did you freeze? He looks really interested in what I'm talking about. There you are.
I am.
I know. But I'll do a recap video. That'll go up Tuesday. And then I already have reviews shot for until next week. So that'll be Serial Monsters, which I loved way more than I should have. Even though it's not right up my alley, it became my alley. I jumped into the alley after playing with those toys.
They're wonderful. There's some quibbles, but yeah.
Yeah. And then Excalibur goes up next Saturday instead of the weekly. And McFarlane Lobo next Tuesday.
So are you gonna go through here on your way?
No, I think we're heading up Kansas way.
Okay.
Over to Tulsa and up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
And then make it 1-day trip and then come back next Monday.
All right then.
Why you run by? Hey.
Just giving you a hard time.
11-hour drive. Stop by. See Veebs. We said you still loosely planning for maybe a Tennessee trip sometime?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And then I guess it's going to be Toy Fair before we know it. So I got to get those accommodations taken care of.
What was it?
Toy Fair. It's going to be before you know it.
That is February. That is 4 months, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I haven't been anywhere in almost 2 years. Well, Toy Fair 2020.
That was the last plane trip. I mean, I've had. I will go on a plane in November, but that'll be the first plane I've been on since Toy Fair. That last Toy Fair.
That's where I'm at. And this weekend will be my first time out of town, except driving to your house real quick twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are, yeah. Someone said Tennessee. Yeah, we may be making a trip to check out some Dorkside toys.
Yep.
Yep. Nashville, just south of Nashville. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to get out of here. I got to go to my parents' house. It's
Yeah, we went way over. I'm going to get yelled at.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
My mom's going to get on to me. I'm late for dinner. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out and just hearing us yak, rant, gush over prices and plastic and purchases.
But we'll be back to do it again in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, we'll skip next week, come back around, do it again, and I'm sure we'll have stuff to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The train don't stop.
Yeah,
it'll never stop.
But until then, G.I. Joe high for sure.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, a little bit of Marvel, a little bit of Star Wars.
Yeah,
which is not a bad thing. Like I said, happy PulseCon, folks.
You bet.
I think it's over, right? We done?
We done.
No, I got to talk about Hasbro again tomorrow, but but then, yeah. Oh, wait. Billy Baloney. Weird request, but can someone help me identify what looks like a 6-inch shark from Jaws during Pulse Day 2 at 4 right top right during the Marvel panel?
They have a Fortnite shark.
Yeah, there's a shark during the Fortnite panel that comes with all kinds of weapons inside.
Yeah. That's I think I think you're seeing that during Fortnite.
417. Oh, hold on. You got me.
He's gonna check.
Yep. Hold on.
Wait, that's not back fin or whatever. Dorsal tail.
Dorsal tail.
Fin back. Not during Fortnite.
Okay, day 2. Here we go. What do you say?
4/17/34 during the Marvel panel.
4/17/34. Oh, it's on Ron's. One of Ron's. Oh no, not Ron's. I can't hit that exact number. It's Dwight talking about. It looks like either Jesse's background or Ryan's background. Oh, Jesse Falcon had a shark with monsters in the back.
I have a reaction. Okay, do you have it?
What did you say? Top right? Oh, there is a Jaws looking shark right in front of the Gentle Giant oversized Wampa.
Is it? Can you pull it up? Can you show it?
Oh, I guess I could just pull it right over there, huh? Hold on a second.
Yeah. Because I have the Jaws reaction shark.
I don't know if it's reaction. Let's see. Oops. There we go.
Where am I looking?
Right here, or right here.
Hold on.
Wondering if it is the NECA one.
No, the NECA one's going to be bigger than that.
Oh, yeah, they were holding that up. Wasn't it like huge?
It's not this one, is it?
Oh, it's hard to zoom both ways. Does that mouth close?
Yeah.
I don't think it looks the same.
No?
Oh, okay.
Because that's different. This is the Jaws reaction. No, the NECA one is going to be massive.
This just got serious. Everybody went into detective mode. Okay. Yeah, it looks too small to be that one. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just a Walmart rubber shark top thing.
If you would have asked about the movie thing that's standing back there, I've got that right over there. I could have told you for sure.
Because a few years ago I was doing a king shark custom, and I was looking for a head like that I could just slice off and stick on a body, and I could never find one. But I don't. That's been many a year. It's longer than the Ant-Man helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind of big now that you think about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. Might be a cheap bath shark. Maybe he's eating a barrel.
That was a hint for a Marvel Legends Captain Quint figure, and I am all over it.
Yes.
Yes.
The movie thing, what line is that? That's the
old. Yeah, that's the old Toy Biz
Rotocast, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Billy. You can't. I don't know. That's that Hulk statue right there too, huh? Or model kit.
Mm-hmm.
Mojo. We need a new Mojo.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You got us to stay on for longer than. But yeah. It's been 10 years. Somewhere in there. It's been a while.
I can't remember. It's got to be longer ago than that.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be longer than that. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I've always been beard of some kind. Maybe when I was working at Pizza Hut, because they wouldn't let me.
Well,
but, yeah.
Yeah. Couple weeks. Hopefully I'll be able to order my Rancor by then, and it'll be all good.
Yeah. Hopefully you're in better spirits then. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, we'll talk to everybody later. Oh, well, I guess Monday Fwoosh Live is tomorrow. Should I be packing or should I be still live streaming? Who knows?
All
yeah,
right.
we'll talk to everybody later.
Later.
Thank you.